Good evening, Dandadan fans. It's a volume 20. Oh, we got a new background. We got a new thumbnail. Oh.
Yes, sir. We are officially closer, catching up in the vibes of other people's thumbnails, the Dandadan panels and stuff. So we're there. We're getting there.
Yeah, our normal general aesthetic for the thumbnails is to use the volume covers. This one doesn't exist yet, outside of Tatsu's mind. So, I don't know, just had to make it up on the fly.
Yep. So, how are you guys doing on this Tuesday, man? How you guys doing?
I am still processing what happened on Sunday. That's how crazy that volume was.
Power returns back to... We really close the end of the saga for real. Like, don't know where we go, honestly. I don't.
No clue.
Like, we're just riding on Count Saint Germain's, like, his whatever moves he makes. And, that's pretty much all we're doing right now at this point. But,
yeah. Turbo Granny walked out of our lives just without any other phrase than see ya. So I don't know. I feel like she will be around because I do feel like there's more to be delved into with her and Dodoria's relationship. I feel like even though she's got her power back, she will keep that close bond with Dodoria, even if it's just to come over for like a Sunday night meal or something like that. That'd still be pretty cool if she just showed up like once a week just to eat.
Right. I had a theory off stream, guys. I think, what if she exchanged the good luck powers, the good karma powers to Okarun, and then got her, or Ken rather, you call him Ken now.
He's Ken.
and got, and then she got her powers back. That'd be cool. I mean, because he needs some kind of safeguard at this point. He's just a regular guy now, so if he ever does get into, the battlefield, which is for sure, unless we're looking at Momo being out of commission right now. I don't know if she's going to be, we don't really know. Is her aura small? I don't know. Is it weaker?
So what could be interesting is if they then go and try to find an expert on this situation. And lo and behold, what comes up in the Google search but Sanjime. I think Sanjime might be like the internet's like, oh, go to this guy if you have problems that can't be solved type of thing. And then he's going to be, oh, well, you're at school, so I'll figure something out. But now that Turbo Granny is not in the immediate vicinity, I don't think that we have any reason not to trust Sanjime outside of the fact that, did he ever work here? I don't remember. Did he ever work here?
So it's like he could do
even
whatever.
More now.
He's literally Isaac. Like, honestly, we were always talking about One Piece, but he is like Isaac in terms of plot, like what he's plotting.
Takes off the glasses. I'm a completely different person.
Manipulation, exactly. He literally is him. And I'm sure that they will feel like some of the students or the kids will feel safe around him and they trust him, that we're going to see all that kind of stuff. So, like Momo to, not this Momo, Bleach Momo to that, to Isaac.
Wait, is this actually Bleach coded too? I'm sure it's got some similarities. A lot of things.
And ironically, Momo's the one that's not being manipulated by him, or at least it's not happening the same way as other.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But 2 dual reaction chapters tonight, guys. So chapter 169 and chapter 172. We're going up to chapter 174 today. So the standard 9-ish chapters per volume. And then I think I did the math. We will have our final stream, not this upcoming Sunday, but this upcoming Wednesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday will be, a quick little blitz at the end to wrap us up. And then we will be on Monday night reactions for one chapter for both of us reading it.
Yes, sir. That's going to be fun. Being caught up with everybody at this point in time, perfect. We get to experience much more peak without having like catch up for 200 chapters. You know, like Undead, for example, had to like catch up, and then we're finally into the final arc or whatever, like like the arc right before it or so, or something like that. So this is fun.
I mean, as far as I know, Dandadan is not in its final saga. I mean, fingers crossed that doesn't happen while we're catching up next week. But
I'll lose
I
hope.
would be so upset.
I think I'll start going with your method now. Of like, I'm not picking up nothing if it doesn't have 100 chapters.
The 200. 200 is the bar mark. I refuse.
Yeah, it's wow.
Well, I did say 100, but I'm going to extend it to 200 now.
Extend it? I mean, I don't blame you, because I mean, yeah, because literally 200 is the mark. Like, literally, a lot of these series end around that time.
Yeah.
Or a little after, so. But, I guess we're ready to hop into it then. I believe you are first this week.
I am first this week. So if you guys are enjoying the stream, this is the first time that we'll ask you, since I'm going first. Just like it for us. We'd appreciate it. Gets us out to more Dandadan fans. All right, so chapter 166 is This a Little Fairy? It's true. This grain of rice is like a mochi ball. Just like it. Vamola's staring at her. I'm gonna be completely full off of 2 grains. Momo, want some meat? No thanks. Oh man, I really wanted some ramen though. If you want some, I'll make it. Nah, the second I ate 2 centimeters of a noodle, I'd be full anyway. Vamola, water please. She got like an eye droplet type of thing. Here you go. Easy now. Easy. Perspective? Tatsu? Hey yo. And then turn the page. Hey yo yo. Oh no, I let out too much. Blech. Careful, it's water. The surface tension alone could drown me. Okay, I know this is a joke, but yes, with little water droplets, that could be enough to cover her entire face. And especially with the previous 2 pages, since I'm only 3 pages into this chapter, the amount has different effects on Momo's body, as if she were actually always that size. Is this what it feels like to be an astronaut? How nice, Momo. It looks like you're having fun. This is no fun at all. I sure am lucky I don't have to go to school, though. Off to sleep. Oh, you're going to school, all right. Huh? You're behind in your studies, ain't you? You may be little, but don't go thinking you're getting out of everything. Is she going to be like a little conscious on Vamola's shoulder? That would be hilarious. What kind of old fart are you? Shall I take you in my backpack? I'm not a toy. And don't let anybody else see ya. You'll cause a panic. Don't send me to school then. That is the obvious retort. Show me your report card first. See you later. Huh? You're coming to school? Oh, that's so totally hilarious. Squee, squee. Hey, I'm not some freak show. Miss Ayase, you're really coming to school? My grandma wouldn't shut up about having me to study. I don't want other people to see me, so quit drawing so much attention. Shoo, shoo. It certainly would be a problem if anyone saw you. All right, this is the famous panel I've seen. Vamola so happy to be in school, and she's trying to write. Is that like the center of a pencil? She's holding it like a big old brick. Miss Ayase. Miss Ayase. Huh? What's up? You're way too out in the open. Really? And you're speaking too loudly. I made Momo's stationery myself. All you did was cut up a notebook. Keep your voice down. And Vamola, try to do a bit more to hide her, please. Oh no, but then it's hard to see up front. Miss Ayase, don't you get the situation you're in? Oh, I get it. Yahoo! Stop, Miss Ayase. Hey there. That look by Ken. Were you talking to me? No, I wasn't. Sorry. See that? He never noticed me at all. Please stop. What happens if someone does notice you? This must be a bit what it's like to be a fairy, don't you think? That's a well-known paranormal thing. Legends about fairies. Fairies? They're actually everywhere. You just can't see them because you're not trying to see them. Apparently, if you strain your eyes and stare real hard, you can. People a long time ago could see them. All right, before I continue on, this makes me think dragons could be real, giants could be real, any sort of like English mythos could be real, because I believe fairies derive from the Gaelic fairy. It's spelled differently. I think it's Faerie, if I'm not mistaken. But it makes me think that if this is true and this isn't just pure speculation by Momo, that all of these things could be cryptids and could still exist in the world. But moving on, people these days have mostly lost the ability to, or so I hear. Of course, that's it, Miss Ayase. What's it? You, Takerakura boy, what's with all the racket? Hi, sorry sir. Okarun, you totally got chewed out. It was your fault. Let's go to the library after. Wilco! Alright. Sanjime. Alright, Kinta showing up. Gigi, Ira. Rin in the background. Please look for books about fairies. Even novels or history books. Anything will do. Fairies show up in a lot of artwork that has mythological motifs. This says that people who are socially vulnerable are depicted as small, forgettable presences. Unforgivable! Everyone, I'm sorry you all have to do this for me. Don't say that. You're in a bind, Miss Ayase. It's only natural that we'd help you. Turbo Granny never did show up again after all that, did she? How long has it been? Nope, not once. I figured she'd get hungry and come right back. My grandma acts pretty tough, but the truth is she totally misses her. And I miss her too. So do I. And we can't use Turbo Granny's power anymore either. Well, it was a curse after all. So did you actually get your family jewels back? Did you check? I did. Bob's your uncle. Hilarious. Miss Ayase, you know about my confession? Blush, blush. Whoa, wait, hold on, not yet, stop. Just wait until I'm properly normal again, and then the next thing we'll put up, classic romance. Understood. But don't even think about cheating on me. What do you mean, cheating? We aren't even going steady yet. Huh? So you do intend to cheat? It's not what I'm saying. Don't avoid eye contact, you son of a... Look at me when I'm talking to you. Stop that. That tickles. What the hell? Is that a gnome? A fairy? There is one in sight. Speak of the fairy. Speak of the devil.
Once again, this series is just about a whole bunch of phenomena, just different shit.
Worst grades, probably Hinata. Momo can do it if she tries, she just doesn't care. Kageyama,
yes.
He's middle of the road, but also yes.
Just yes. Just yes. But I feel like if Hinata and Kageyama, if they lock in, they still not doing great. Momo, I think
she can get a 60.
She can do okay.
She can get a D. Yeah, she could probably get like a C or a B minus. Because she's clever. I feel like she would think of an answer that teacher would be like, well, gotta give you full marks for that one. Didn't think of that.
Right. What's another mythos or anything that you can think of that we might see now? I know you mentioned giants, dragons.
There's some really cool Greek mythology. I know that we have talked about the pyramids of Egypt, So Egyptian mythology could be pretty cool. Obviously, they have the Hinduism or the Buddhist mythos that was alluded to with the Dandadan panel. There's really any number of cultures that could be introduced, because aliens, even though they are primarily UFOs, I should say, are primarily spotted in the United States, there are UFO sightings all across the world on all 7 continents.
I think we'll see a witch.
Is that a little bit too close to kind of like how the yokai are, or are you saying like they have magical abilities and?
I would say they're closer to a spirit medium, or like different, a little different.
Could be, yeah, I can see it.
I just feel like, this yokai shit, I wouldn't be surprised if like a witch or something like that would, dabble in that kind of stuff. Bigfoot, sure.
It's just some dude with the big foot. He's got the yokai foot.
Probably gonna get Star Wars reference. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I can see that. I know that the kitsune or the fox spirit yokai is another prominent one that is in Japanese mythos. So I could also see there being like a kitsune character specifically.
Slender Man. That's also he's into all this.
Could be recent. Yeah, it's about 2010, 2015. Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, straightforward. Good first chapter. Got a little bit of mystery at the end. And Turbo Granny, I don't know how long it's been since she left, but she has not returned. So she's up to something.
Okarun, Ken. Momo still calling him, but Ken, I'm gonna call him Ken. And Momo's relationship. It's funny saying this too. The follow up after the confession is realistic. It's something that we don't have to question. Like, wait a minute, why are they not talking about that? But no, she's still saying, just wait until I'm normal again, then we'll see.
I like how he brought it up first as well, because he was the first one to confess. So he's being the proactive person in this confession.
Leaving him hanging. He's like, my hand's right here. He's here. But like you said, when she does become normal again,
someone's leaving, someone's kidnapped. A second alien invasion. Yes. The Rook, not the Kerr, the Rook.
The Rook.
Enjoy.
All of my things are your things. All of it. Every last one. It was just poison or something.
The generous alien species.
162. I mean, 7. Oh, damn. Dyslexia. Hello? 167. Hey, there's something there. Chapter title. Huh? Disappeared. Oh, hold on. There. Huh? There's something there. Chase him. There's something there. Chase him. That way. Wait. What was it? It was like a tiny little old man. What? A tiny little old man? You mean the famous cryptid? It must have been a fairy, right? It was that guy a lot of celebrities say they've seen. Maybe now that I'm little, I can see fairies. Maybe. What about what happened to me happened to that old man? So that's something. I don't think I ever heard of that. It reminds me of what is this called? It's a Mexican little green monster called a duende. I think that's what it's called. If you know, you know. Heard a lot of stories about those, but similar about things to say. Oh no, break's over. I'll stay here. I'll look for the old man. By yourself? Are you sure? I'll be fine. I don't like this. I won't wander around too much. What? Worried about me? I'm super worried about you. Gachiakuta, alright. Momo. We've got Jim next. Momo, what's the plan? Want to come with me? How come her? You can come with me. Okay. I'm going to stay here. There's something I need to check out. Thanks, though, Ira. You too, Gigi. Sure. Bummer. Mr. Yase, please don't move around too much. I won't. See you later. And, some bullshit's going to happen. Let's hurry, jerks. We'll reassemble here during the next break. Historical Cultural Research Club. No, that name is lame. Change it. That's the spirit. Oh, nice. I hope I can turn back to normal soon. All right, today you boys will be doing a physical fitness test. We'll start with the 50 meter, the phys ed committee members, physical ed committee members will time you. You'll run in pairs. Okay. I wonder if Mr. Yase is okay. She's always so rash. I'm so worried. She's fidgety. Private first class Gachiakuta. You can call me Major. Incidentally, I'm in a terrible form. How come? Old leg injury is giving me trouble. I can't run my fastest. You're running like crazy before. The most I got in me is about 10%. How's your time for the 50 meter? Not sure. I haven't timed it since junior high. 9 seconds maybe? Ooh, this gonna be cool. I wonder if we're gonna like see Ken like he's physically fast, like he still has some of those like attributes from Turbo Granny's curse. I might just win. Run with me, Gachiakuta. There's no need for worry. I can only run at 10%. I don't mind, but hey, Gachiakuta, run with me. Don't look at me. You're creeping me out, huh? But it'll be cool. Let's go for it. Hase, you can do it. You've got this. Hase, you're so cool. Stop that. You girls, hurry up and get to the gym. Okay, who's up next? Hurry up. Yes, sir. Gachiakuta and I will go. Here, come on. But Sakata and I were going to. Sakata, you're cool with this, right? Yep. Huh? By the way, I'm about 6 seconds. I'm at about 6 seconds. Then shouldn't you be running with someone faster? Ready? Yep, he was out. Huh? Ooh, Gachiakuta so fast. 5.8. For real? Huh? Did you know Gachiakuta was that fast? Holy, yikes. Dodging bullets, so he was flying with me then. No way. Handball thrown. Oof. 15 meters. He's going crazy. He's on his Itadori Yuji shit from early on in JJK. Next up, Gachiakuta. These balls are huge. Pause. How do you throw these things? He launched it. This is literally just like Itadori. 45 meters. Standing long jump, 3.6 meters. Sidestep test, 80 times. What the? Yeah, his physical attributes have definitely increased. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder if it's just simply the fact that he's been, using that power so much that he's got used to being quite fast and strong, durable, have endurance, or is he going to somehow like gain all of Turbo Granny's power at some point somehow? Like it got like copied into him, like into his DNA or something. Could be either or. Shuttle run, but I think it's probably the former. First thing I said, 120 times. So shuttle run 120 times. Shit, what's with him? It's like a pro athlete. He's become a beast. Gachiakuta, you were incredible. Not really. Which clubs are you in? The Historical Cultural Research Club. What the hell is that? Never heard of it. It's still pretty new. You should come check out the baseball team practice. Heads up, everyone together. But I don't have Turbo Granny's power anymore. Okay. When did I get so fit? So, he's thinking back, obviously, flashback stuff. What you thinking, Twitchy? You think it's just the fact that, like, he's technically been training while he had the power, or do you think that the power could potentially, like I said, like a copy of it is, like, etched into his DNA? Kind of like what Gojo was saying about Yuji early on, about Sakura, how that could potentially overwrite or whatever.
I think I called it. I think I called this exact, like, he's going to be faster than he was previously. Jokes aside, I think that if you remember the last time he went all out, it was kind of like a 2.5 point form or 2.5 version of when he went all out, and he had like the bleeding obviously was taking a toll on his body. Turbo Granny said you can't go all out all the time like Zuma because it would eventually break down your body. The way that you get new muscles is by breaking it down and then it recovering.
Exactly.
So I think him pushing himself even more recently, and he's also been training with Dodoria's instruction, like squats, push-ups, whatever. I think that combined with the fact that there might be like some embers left, like one for all, still in his body from Turbo Granny. But it wasn't just the speed, it was also his strength. Because he was able to throw the ball much farther than normal. So it wasn't just his legs that had gotten stronger. Overall, I think it's just like a overall stamina buff or a power-up buff that he got. Even if Turbo Granny's power, her maybe 99%, 95% went with her when it got knocked out of him.
And that's what I think. But I kind of also feel like, what's the point? Like, you're just like at a pro athlete type of, well, more than that type of level in terms of your strength, your athleticism in general. But like, how far could that actually help them?
I think it's going to be enough not for him to die the next time the aliens come. I definitely think he's being targeted again after this chapter. Because he has, obviously, the human durability, and now he has a little bit of strength. Both in his legs and in his arms.
Or I wonder if that's also just, like, a foreshadowing. So, like, if he does get the power back later on in the series, that, like,
he would be even faster.
Yeah, so, like, how Gigi was, like, a perfect vessel for Evil Eye. Like, he was physically fit. So he's, like, getting to that level of how Gigi is, and then he's going to work on his chi and all that kind of stuff.
Kind of like how Deku trained on the beach with the trash.
Right.
Okay. I can see that.
Baseball. Can't play baseball. Hey, let's go.
You know how a lot of famous people, they played sports in their youth? I wonder if Ken Takakura, the actor, played baseball as a kid. That'd be pretty cool.
Right. So 100% that's Tatsu's favorite actor. Gotta be. Or somebody else, like his mother's favorite actor, you know, friend, something like that. But another straightforward chapter. Seeing our boy doing his thing at PE and doing a damn good job.
All right, guys. So I'm going to get into chapter 168 next. All right, chapter 168. There's someone here. Right. All right, do her powers still work? Oh, they are normal sized. Sweet. I can use my power at its normal size. Okay, there you go. There's my... Okay, this is so cool. She's swinging around like Spider-Man. Now then, gotta find that tiny old man. Come on out, mister. That dust bunny is the size of her. That big old fish. Shout out Kagurabachi. Apparently goldfish play a prominent role in that. Can't find him anywhere. Maybe I was just seeing things. Someone opens up the library door. Something opens up the library door. She kind of looks like an anteater. Does this thing eat the little yokai? Is this like the natural predator? Wait, it's a normal girl? She just looks weird. Is that a switch? What does she have in her hand? A comb? It's a comb. She looks deranged. Oh, Miss Momo. Who in the heck? Who is this person? She's clearly searching for me, and she knows that I've turned little. Oh, couple of books knocked on top of her. She starts running. Oh no, she's drawing ink. I was gonna say, there's a lot of visual storytelling here. I thought that she was about to put like the seal around her like Dodoria did to Turbo Granny, but then a book falls on Momo. Yee! Ho ho ho! Yield! Yield to me! Thump. Is that where you're hiding? Bing bong. Who in the hell was that? Great question. Is that a student? I don't know. She She has the uniform on, of course, but
The fastest chapter ever.
30 seconds. I think that might actually be the fastest chapter of Dandadan that I've ever read.
Yeah, this girl, I want to say that might be the girl that I saw, maybe. I'm not sure. But it's just for catching up properly.
What's wrong with her face?
Which you did say you know another backstory, right?
No. That was the Zuma one.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know another backstory, no.
Something's wrong with her, though. Something's definitely wrong with her. And the fact that she's looking for her, like...
And she left when there was a bell ringing, or... I don't know what that was. So I'm guessing maybe she is a student? Do you know if there's any other... let's just call it spiritual objects similar to Ken Takakura's golden ball that could have been in the school? Remember how this did give me very strong Reiko vibes. I don't think that is Reiko,
yeah.
But maybe the mirror, or maybe this was I don't know, just sort of related to that incident to where this woman had been able to see yokai for a long time. And now she's seeing like Momo and the whole escapades here in the school. Because they did disappear in the middle of a classroom.
Right. But it didn't look like she was drawing around her, right? Like trying to...
I thought so, but then I was looking at it...
Funny though?
There was nothing on the ground thereafter.
An anteater. I was thinking about, when you draw a circle around ants.
Yes.
And then they don't... Yeah, so... Yeah. I don't know.
Wait a second. Hold on. Page 12 to 13 is a little weird. Momo's at the edge of the bookcase, goes around it, pushes some books over, hits this girl in the head, and then the top of page 13, she should be able to see Momo, right? I know she's looking upwards, but...
It's because the books are falling on her, so I guess she thought she was still up there, but she was actually down. This is showing how fast Momo was running, because you can see like the lines kind of are like zooming.
I just don't get why that looks like ink, or am I tripping? Does that look like something else to you? Or
it does. It does look like ink. Or like yeah.
But then
like
a book falls on her, so I don't know. Yield to me.
I think it's because the girl she's like doing, like she's kind of like trying to move stuff out of the way. So when she was doing that, the books will happen to fall, because she did touch the book when she was trying to grab her, I guess. So she was doing too many things at once, and then yeah. Like, this whole shot, it just looked just crazy. Just books falling everywhere.
Yeah, because like page 17, there is nothing on the ground that would be reminiscent of ink. So I don't know. Maybe that's just a weird panel.
You to me. It was her deal. Her eyes are just wide open.
She looks like she has the non-sleep yokai.
It could be like
what's that called? The sleep paralysis demon?
I didn't even think about that for this series. Huh?
I mean, she looks like she doesn't sleep. She's got those bags around her eyes.
Ichiko.
Ichiko.
The darker side. Well, I mean, you can't really get any darker than Ichiko's situation, but
yeah, that was pretty dark. Tatsu's like, hold my pen.
What was her deal though? Like, she was deliberately going for Momo.
Her hands are outlined in that ink. Oh, was that Momo's like spirit hand? Not ink? That could be it. I think Sherm's right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's just a weird perspective. I don't know why, but yeah, okay, that's probably it. I'm sorry, guys, that looked entirely different to me upon a first read.
She does have like a uniform on, though, right? Is it the same uniform as the school, or is it different? I think it's different.
I thought it was the same. It's not? Or it is?
Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. I feel like it's...
No, I'll go back.
Unless she's from, like, I don't know.
It's got the bow tie. It's got the patch on the lower left side of the chest.
You know what I think is happening here? I think it's probably Sanjime is doing.
Oh, he sent this girl after Momo?
Yeah. Whether she there's probably something that happened, she might be granted something, or he might just manipulate her completely for this.
Oh, he might have took some memories and said the one who knows how to get your memories back is Miss Momo.
Or something. Yeah.
No, but that is definitely the school's outfit. It is nearly identical. So that is it.
I was trying to think if she was like from like a different time period or something, if she was a yokai, but no, she's just...
I mean, school uniforms don't typically change a lot. It does look slightly
that's
different.
What I was asking.
She could be dead. She did have that aura around her in page 15, but that could just be the intimidation.
And she left. I don't know. She's a dark
Interesting, such a short chapter had such a prolonged discussion.
Right. The hell is her deal? I'm trying to think if there's any other... Nah, I can't think of nothing else. It'll have to be something that we just don't know. Like the previous school year, some girl from another school, I don't know, from her past, that kind of situation. It's either that or Sanjime.
Probably. Alright. Anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
Alright, I'll get out of here.
Alright. You guys know this is the first. Yeah, this is the first of the door react chapters. So 169. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Get my other phone set up properly real quick for you, or for myself. Okay, make sure this is there. Boom. All right. So you guys know, when it comes to every stream that we do, one of us is off camera completely, like not following along, while me, like I am right now on camera, about to read the chapter first, and then Twitchy will come in after once we text him. It's just a nice way for you guys to get an authentic reaction from both myself and Twitchy, rather than us having one follow along off camera and not seeing the reaction to like a really hype chapter or a really good chapter, emotional, whatever the case may be. So I'll be reading this first. And I also like to stream, guys. And if you are new, subscribe. We're going to keep doing Dandadan for the end of times, okay? But chapter 169, find the culprit. No running in the hallways, bruh. Sanjime. If you slam into someone, it'll be ouchie, ouchie. Why is he like this? Me and Twitchy, especially Twitchy, he's been talking about this a lot, like just the way he speaks. Like, why is he speaking like that? Because I assume that he's originally a human, okay? Because I assume Turbo Brain was originally a human. And, which it might not be the case. Maybe they're yokai, turn human, whatever, right? But either he hasn't been human for so long that he's just forgetting how to, like, speak properly and be normal, or... I don't know, man. It's weird. But if you slam into someone, it'll be ouchie, ouchie. Sorry, I'll be more careful. How go the club activities? Huh? Have you made any new secret discoveries? Or could it be that he's like, English is not his... Nah, it's not that, because he'd be saying random words. But could it be that English is not his native language, first language? Yes, just a moment. I wonder where is it you might be going. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Hello, fellow kids. Exactly. What kind of secrets might you have uncovered? I'm in a bit of a hurry right now, so could I tell you another time? That won't do, huh? Another time, please. Nah, noise canceling isn't my cup of tea. What are you talking about? About uncovering secrets in order to cancel out noise. The noise waveform is hit with its opposite waveform. It's the same as the relationship between plus and minus. You would expect to hear twice as much noise, but what actually happens is that you simply no longer hear it. But for me, it causes a sticky, icky feeling, so I don't use it. Wow, you don't say. Kenny's like, I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, whatever he's saying. Are you familiar with the phenomenon of the metronome synchronization? Can't say that I am. If you randomly start multiple metronomes, the vibrations from each one will transmit to the others. And in 2 to 3 minutes, all the metronomes will have synchronized. Bacteria move similarly. They too have a unique vibrational frequency, but in response to their environment, they will align with the individual whose vibrations are ideal. All the rest will follow suit. Human cells make up only 10% of all cells in the body. The remaining 90% is made of bacteria. In other words, instead of having true free will, a human's actions are decided by the characteristic vibrational frequencies of their bacteria. Why he just decided to go deep right now? Is he trying to like? If you are a menacing fool, my guy, Sanjime, CSG, this is not an excuse. This is not your justification, man. I mean, he might be spitting, but I don't know. Wow, I mean, that's amazing. Do you yield? Same question that the chick asked Momo. Huh? Do you accept defeat in the face of my knowledge? Yep, you beat me. I hope you'll tell me lots more another time. Right now, I'm in a hurry. And he got like intense when he said, what the fuck is this chapter? Oh, wow. I know what's going on. Wow. Interesting. I'm gonna have to go back to the fairy tale god when he did, kill him or take his power and the questions that he was asking to. But obviously, this little blade thing, chick literally had the same thing for Momo. Remember, we were talking about how can he take Momo's power, and maybe he tried to get her to take the power to give to him, so to extract Momo's power, and then he was going to extract Ken's power. But the thing with Ken's power is that he don't got it no more. So I think Sanjime realized that, so he might be trying to go after Turbo Granny. Maybe he thinks that she probably got it back or it's somewhere else. Wow. Okay. This is going to be a pretty good discussion. A blade? Yes. She was carrying something like a letter opener. And she was clearly looking at me. Do you know what class she was from? Don't know. Hold on a sec. This could mean only one thing. It's time for me, Sherlock, to take the stage. Does it not? Oh, shut up. Oh no. What happened? Okarun, bad news. Okarun, Momo was attacked. Huh? By whom? We don't know. We were about to go look for her. Momo climbed into my pocket. Tell me if you see anyone that can be her. Mr. Yase, did you have any distinguishing features? Did she have any distinguishing features? Well, she had long hair, and she told me to yield or something. And then Ken picked up on that same question to him. Yield. Someone just said the same thing to me. Gachiakuta, please don't speak at my bosom. You did it on purpose. You get to get my attention. Huh? I did not. That's what Mr. Yase is, isn't it? It was on purpose, right? Be honest and say so. I'll forgive you. You're wrong. I am not. You are. Well, try saying it was on purpose just once, and I'll forgive you. Huh? It was on purpose. Aha, I knew it. You set me up. Be honest and say it. I keep telling you, didn't I? I keep telling you, I didn't. You've been ogling my bosom this whole time. It wasn't supposed to be this way. Hey, Four Eyes. Gachiakuta. You don't have to be so formal with me. What? You can be more direct with me, can't you? Yeah. When romance starts to run, oh my god. You bonehead. Eat. Damn. The chair to his head is crazy. Oh. Momo, what do you think you're doing? Can you stop sticking to Okarun like stink on shit? Excuse me, I have to go to the commission meeting. I am attracted. You can't stop it. These kids. Here goes this girl. The way you're doing things is all wrong. If you do not make your opponent yield first, you cannot steal their abilities. I granted you power so you'd be able to do that, didn't I? I still can't control it very well. You must not try to control it. Give in to it. Confront your own desires. What is it you want to do? What kind of self do you wish to become? You can become the self you wish to be. What the fuck is that? I'm zooming in. What am I looking at? I don't know what I'm looking at. Teardrops with masks and legs and limbs? Or what the fuck am I looking at? Oh boy, so yeah, I was right about that. That trying to steal power. Count Saint Germain was up. Yeah, he was the one that did it, or made her do it rather. Yeah. Damn, interesting. So if he had his power, that shit would have been GG's, huh? No pun intended. Bruh. Alright, I'm gonna get switchy in here now. This is a lot to discuss in this chapter. I'm not gonna lie, man. Yeah, I could tell this shit was huge. Pause. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna have to have a dialogue after we finish. Okay, a dialogue.
It normally takes my headphones like 5 seconds to turn back on since they're Bluetooth, so. Alright, but
all I say is that we gotta have a dialogue after this one.
Gotta have a dialogue. Okay, a dialogue chapter. Interesting. Alright. Alright, guys, chapter 169. Find the culprit. Ken's running through the hallway. No running in the hallways, bruh. If you... bruh? Bruh. If you slam into someone, it'll be ouchie ouchie. Sorry, I'll be more careful. How go the club activities? Huh? Have you made any new secret discoveries? Yes. Just a moment. I wonder where it is you might be going. I'm in a bit of a hurry. What kind of secrets might you have uncovered? I'm in a bit of a hurry right now, so could I tell you another time? That won't do. Huh? Another time, please. Nah. Noise canceling isn't my cup of tea. Wait, noise canceling? Is that just like the way that you talk, or do you mean that is actually like an ability that you have? What are you talking about? About uncovering secrets. In order to cancel out noise, the noise waveform is hit with its opposite waveform. That's how noise canceling headphones work. It's the same as the relationship between plus and minus. You would expect to hear twice as much noise, but what actually happens is that you simply no longer hear it. But for me, it causes a sickly, icky feeling. They're like power walking through the hallways like hell from Malcolm in the Middle. So I don't use it. Wow, you don't say. Are you familiar with the phenomenon of metronome synchronization? Can't say that I am. If you randomly start metronomes, the vibrations from each one will transmit to the others, and in 2 to 3 minutes, all the metronomes will have synchronized. Interesting. Bacteria move similarly. They too have a unique vibrational frequency, but in response to their environment, they will align with the individual whose vibrations are ideal. and all the rest will follow suit. Human cells make up only 10% of all cells in the body. The remaining 90% is made up of bacteria. In other words, instead of having true free will, a human's actions are decided by the characteristic vibrational frequencies of their bacteria. Wow, I mean, that's amazing. And so is that artwork at the top of page 6. Do you yield? Huh? Do you accept defeat in the face of my knowledge? Yep, you beat me. I think I've seen that top panel before. I hope you'll tell me lots more another time. Right now, I'm in a hurry. He actually had a switchblade. Or is that one of his vials? The hilt makes me think it might have been a vial. A blade? Yes, she was carrying something like a letter opener. Okay, so that wasn't a comb? Again, I guess my eyes just weren't working that chapter. And she was clearly looking for me. Do you know what class she was from? Dunno. Hold on a second. This could mean only one thing. It's time for me, Sherlock, to take the stage. Does it not? Oh, shut up. Oh no, what happened? Okarun, bad news. Momo was attacked. Okarun! Huh? By whom? We don't know. We were about to go look for her. Momo, climb into my pocket. Yep. Tell me if you see anyone that could be her. Miss Ayase, did she have any distinguishing features? Well, she had long hair, and she told me to yield or something. Light bulb. Yield. Oh, and he erased his memories instantaneously? Someone just said that same thing to me. Takakura, please don't speak at my bosom. Ugh. Huh? You did it on purpose to get my attention. Huh? I did not. That's where Miss Ayase is, isn't it? It was on purpose, right? Be honest and say so, and I'll forgive you. Jigao! I am not. You are. Well, try saying it was on purpose just once, and I'll forgive you. Huh? It was on purpose? Aha! I knew it! You set me up. Be honest and say it. I keep telling you I didn't. What the fuck is Gigi doing in the goddamn background? I'm a chicken wing. Oh, I gotta be careful with my good shoulder. You've been ogling my bosom this whole time. It wasn't supposed to be this way. Heep. Hey, 4 eyes. Takakura, you don't have to be so formal with me. What? You could be more direct with me, can't you? When romance starts to run. You bonehead. Eek. Oof. Momo, what do you think you're doing? And you, stop sticking to Okarun like stink on shit. Wow. Excuse me, I have to go to the commission meeting. I am attractive. You can't stop it. Bruh, what a bunch of idiots. Lovable idiots. The way you're doing things is all wrong. If you do not make your opponent yield first, you cannot steal their abilities. A random locker? I granted you power, so you'd be able to do that, didn't I? I still can't control it very well. You must not try to control it. Give into it. Confront your own desires. What is it you want to do? What kind of self do you wish to become? Is she not even a person? Is this just a bunch of like mini gnome fairies that have conglomerated? I haven't turned the page yet. I'm still on page 18. What was it I was watching with my friends? Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls is incredible. And there is one scene in particular, if you know, you know. So with that being said, let me turn the page. You can become the self you wish to be. Or this is the yokai locker that was speaking to her, and these are all the little yokai on her. What was this chapter?
Right. So, Sanjime, that conversation reminded me of, damn, it reminds me of something where somebody's just going off on some kind of monologue or just talking. They're spitting, but they're just talking about something that the other character's like, yeah, nah, I'm in a rush. I don't like, yeah, sure, dude.
It's
yeah.
very Luffy-esque.
So,
Like, yeah, blood, you're talking, whatever. I gotta go.
So, she's doing the same thing that he was doing. So I'm assuming Sanjime got this girl to do that for Momo. Remember how we talked about him not being able to take Momo's power?
But maybe someone else can take it, and then yeah.
Thing. So he probably told her to do that, just like we kind of talked about before this chapter, that he probably is the one that's doing this or manipulating her or something. And then Okarun.
Yeah, I'm reading Sherm's message. So he gave up his power before this interaction, and he yielded.
Yeah, if he had it,
it's
GG's.
Game over.
That's what I was saying.
GG's.
I was like, oh my god. When I seen him say that, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, he got so lucky. I was like, oh.
Well, Turbo Granny also got really lucky, because technically that's not Okarun's power.
True. So now he's going to be going after her. So he knows it ain't with him no more. That's why he was kind of like shook. It's like, what the fuck? What do you mean? It's supposed to work.
I'm curious. Do you think that Ken has a inherent power to him? Because what's with that look? I don't know. It could just be the fact that Sanjime did not get any powers in the moment after Okarun yielded.
I think it's just
on page 8. But to me, it's also like maybe there was something else about that. Maybe I'm looking too far into that.
I think he was just genuinely shook. He's like, I know you have power. What happened? And then he's like, he kind of calmed down. He probably knows, like, did he return it back to her? Where is it?
And
because
even
when he
like,
says, yeah, you beat me, that's supposed to have to let him. Because didn't he do something like that with the fairy tale card? Like, he asked a question, and then the way that he answered it kind of like allowed him to. I have to go back and read it, but
it was something like, that was the deal we made, right? I'll have you yield, I think was the specific terminology.
And Okarun said, you beat me. But he doesn't have the power. If he had the power, GG's. But since he didn't, he got
Sanjime / Count Saint Germain, he is even more overpowered because he has weaponized Talk no Jutsu.
Yep.
He has speed. He has the card yokai demon's power to take away your sight, your sense of equilibrium, your punching, your kicking. I don't see how we beat him. Truly.
Right.
If he does become a antagonist that fights us.
Okarun could have the good luck karma with him too, though.
But wouldn't that have taken...
It wouldn't matter. But that's the thing, though. Like, how does that cancel out? Is it like a undead on luck type of situation where it's like, it's kind of like a rock, paper, scissors type of series where, yes, everything is kind of OP, but certain things are a hard counter to other things. But it wouldn't have mattered because it's not like he was going to take any power from him necessarily. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have power besides that, if that is the case. But I think he was just genuinely like, what? I know you have power. I fought with you. It's like, what?
Sherm, the scene I was talking about was with the gnomes. Again, if you know, you know. Fucking Ira.
So he's pulling a Zuma.
Say you were staring at my bosom. I wasn't. Just say that you were. I was? I knew it.
What does it remind me of? Man. when he's just going off, just talking about the science about vibrations and how human behavior
Like the
is
Zeke
based off of
conversation.
vibrations. Exactly, that's one. And then two, it kind of just remind me of like maybe like just Conquest, just hearing a villain just talking about shit.
Sure.
It's like I don't care, dude. I don't care, dude. I'm trying to beat you. I'm trying to get out of here. Well, the Ken situation. I'm out.
That would be a cool limitation, but given how I view those vials as being specific or non-specific, I should clarify, that they can insert into a person, obtain their power, unless the switchblade is different than the vials. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the vials that he threw down into the card yokai's brain. This looked a little different. I
thought it was always just
remembering that? No?
Because it impaled him. Like, went straight through
I know
his
it
head.
impaled him, but this looked a bit more like, I don't know, like schoolyard-esque. It's a little, I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at it. I thought initially that they were different.
But damn, man, what is he doing? He's on his eyes and shit. Like, seriously. Now Tatsu's on his bleach shit right now. Like, seriously. Like, this is eyes. All these little plots and behind the scenes. What are you going for? What is your goal? I mean, yes, we know you're the collector, but like, all the shit that you're doing is crazy. Just collecting everything.
I still can't control it very well. You must not try to control it. Give into it.
This was a read
What
chapter
kind of
for sure.
self
Yeah.
do you wish to be?
And he's still talking weird too. Like, what is his deal, bruh?
He said bro, and then he said, what else did he say? He said, there was something else that he said.
I think he said like, nah. Nah. Like, what is that? What do you take it like?
It causes a sicky, icky feeling. Like, how old are you?
What do you think it is with him? Do you think it's like
a child in an eternal body, or
is he just like picking up on how humans speak? So he's like just stealing human speech from people and then trying to formulate something.
He's a more intelligent parrot.
Maybe he just doesn't know English or Japanese, rather.
Ouchie, ouchie. That was it.
Maybe he just doesn't know Japanese.
With him? Okay, I don't think I've ever seen this before in anime or manga. What if he's like a hive mind villain? So similar to what we're seeing here with the gnome fairies or what have you, that Sanjime is like a collection of beings. Like, all the bacteria are Sanjime. Like, the 10% of human has been taken over.
That's the part I was getting at. I was like, it sounds like he's... That's why I said it reminded me of like Conquest. It's like he's... what's the word I want to use? He's... when you're letting out secrets, or like... He's venting, basically. Yeah, he's venting. So he's... in a way, not necessarily like venting, but similar, I guess, because it's like, why out of all things to talk about, why are you talking about, like,
it was a really interesting topic.
Person. Yeah, it is.
You know the story of the ship of Theses, I think it's called? Do you know of that?
No.
So, back in old Grecian times, there was a sailor / philosopher, I believe, that was known as I think the ship was named Theses. Okay, anyway, so ship, right, made up of number of planks. It's got the hull on the bottom, how the traditional old time ships were made. And they were saying that eventually, once it goes on a number of voyages, that you will have to replace some of the woodwork because it corroded, it got chewed up, it dented, whatever. So this philosopher asked the question. He said, At what point does the ship of Theses cease to be the ship of Theses? How many parts can you take off of it and replace with something new to where it would still be the same thing?
Right.
So I know that there's a statement, I think it's like every 7 years, you don't have a single cell in your body that existed 7 years ago. It's on at least a 7-year cycle. So are you ever truly you? It's these type of like things that I was thinking about when I was reading the bacteria thing. I was like, interesting. I was like, the bacteria, are you?
Like, it could be just him, indirect, well, really directly just saying how he is, who he is. Or I don't know if that's for us, the reader, or truthfully for Ken in that situation.
Could
like,
it be for Dandadan itself?
Maybe. Because even when I was reading, I was like, hey, man, if you are a menacing character, don't make this like a justification or excuse for you to be a fucking dipshit, come on, man.
Just bacteria, so...
Yeah, just behavior that, like, that's all. There's no free will in it, so... But I think that's literally what's going on with him. Like, that's interesting. And then him wanting to collect, right? He's a collector. Do you think that has something to do with that, like bacteria multiplying, replicating?
Well, because what did he say? Data? He said they will align themselves with the individual whose vibrations are ideal, and all the rest will follow suit. So he is chasing perfection in the literal sense of things. And maybe he thinks that because bacteria follow the most ideal form or ideal vibration, that all the rest of life in the universe will follow suit.
That's he's on some different shit, man. This is different. I never thought.
I don't think I've ever like truly given this a thought.
Or bacteria. Nah. I mean, what he's saying, he's living that. Like, just even I'm thinking about like the curve, for example, just the numbers of it being the same species, the same goal, the same mentality. I feel like that kind of relates to him and his, I guess, philosophy right now.
Do you think this relates to Big Mama's? The most ideal form? Because it consumes, changes it into something else.
Right.
So with this in mind, I know this is a long discussion, and I want you to get into the next chapter so I can too, but how do you think this relates to Turbo Granny? Do you think Sanjame's had this coalescing type of mentality to where he does not care about what would be considered collateral damage to others because he is chasing the ideal form? Like, as long as the ideal form is achieved, everything was as it should have been.
I'm starting to think that this is, so remember I talked about like parasites before. This is kind of what's going on here. I think he's I guess bodies of bacteria that got on or within somebody, so someone that Turbo Granny knew in the past, and then with that, the actual person in the bacteria itself. Because what did he say? He said something about like, what was it? Something about all of it follows suit or whatever. And it's kind of like
they will align with the individual whose vibrations are ideal.
Exactly. So I think it's like a vessel situation, basically, that's going on. Kind of like the yokai stuff, but different. Where this is, I don't know, if this is some super bacteria or something. It's like, what the hell is that? Maybe. I mean, who knows? Once again, this series is about strange phenomena. It's like we went from aliens and yokai. Aliens and yokai to this. Now we got
this is a bit scary. So trigger warning for people who potentially could be concerned about this. Isn't something I think about often, because obviously it has not reached that point yet, thankfully. Antibiotic resistance in our day and age it is starting to become like the Quark doomsday theory in My Hero, to where eventually, generation after generation, it's starting to become more so like these bacteria are becoming resistant to everything. And if that relates back to Dandadan, we're in trouble.
You're fucking us up, man.
We're in trouble.
Like, why? Who do you think you are? And that's the thing too, right? Like, you know, when people, this is my last thing, when people talk about certain diseases or illnesses and bacteria being the building block to that, a lot of times it's, and they're like, what, like, why is this little tiny living organism just entering the body and just taking over or destroying it? And it's like, how could you? I would think I am this is gonna sound crazy, the superior life form.
Hold up now, Evil Eye. Hold up now, Evil Eye.
Bacteria. Sorry, bacteria. But like,
yay, shit.
It gets to a point where it's just like, damn, man, that is happening. So I think Tatsu is probably getting into that in this series, where it's like, how about I write a villain where their philosophies is strictly based off of science. Like,
I would
this
like
is
that
not
a lot.
about evil or good or bad. This is just what it is. It's different. It's kind of, once again, I'm gonna say it's like Pluto. The whole hatred
Fair.
thing, it was like, that was a whole different thing I don't think I've seen before. So, hey, here goes another new gen series is doing something completely different. That should show Jump. That should show you guys, stop canceling the series. Don't let them read. You get stuff like this. But anyway,
it could be an Eisen parallel as well.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get to the next one. This is 170. All right, little milestone there, huh? All right. Come on, chapter. Come on up. All right, 170. A suspicious woman. Okay. She's in the hallway, just kind of bumped into people. She's walking. Okay. She, you know something about her, so she obviously has anxiety, which they did talk about when they were talking about fairies and stuff. They were saying about how people who are vulnerable or socially vulnerable or whatever the case. I forgot exactly. I had to go back, but we touched upon this already a few chapters ago, so I'm assuming she's kind of like the embodiment of that right now. That's my seat. Do you guys like hear a voice? Must be a ghost. Yeah. Oh, they treating her like that. That's crazy. Wow. Shit. Hey, we kind of judge the book by the cover too briefly. Are you a yokai? I'm home. Alice, that's incredible. You won the first prize again. You already won first prize again. Oh, I've won it lots of times. Wow. Not at all like your big sister. Please don't mention me in the same breath as that loser. Wow. Will y'all treat her like this? What the fuck happened? Why do people treat her like this? Yeah, we're going to get into some crazy shit in her backstory. Damn. Like, why is she treated like this? She's truly talentless. It was only when she was young that anyone fussed over her. What the fuck she do? Koki Yukishiro. Yep, this is the character that I've seen. I've seen the name, so this is indeed her. Young winner, piano prodigy. Oh, she plays piano. Nice. It's my favorite instrument, man. Nice. See, she used to go crazy back in the day. What happened? Her and Rin need to go crazy though in the performance. I can see that. Or with the Hayashi performance. All in all, actually. Yes, let's do this. Why? Where did I go wrong? I tried my very hardest, so why am I the only one? Look at me. Fuss over me. Like you did before. Look at me. Okay. So yeah, we're getting into, that's why I was kind of thinking about, like, why are people treating her like that? Like, did she do something disgraceful or something, or at least in their eyes disgraceful? Interesting. Okay. And they don't got Apple phones, they got mushroom phones, by the way. You know? No copyright. This is your account. This isn't good now, is it? A digital tattoo is your life, you know. I don't know anything about this. I'll keep this to myself under one condition. Sanjime. Yeah, he can read minds and shit. That's him reading minds and shit because he just knows how. He said, "This is a digital footprint, you know. Like, hey, you do this for me, and yeah, you'll be alright." This guy, but it's not me. Well, then I'll just have to inform your parents. It's no skin off my back. I have no problem calling in the authorities and having it thoroughly investigated. So what are you going to do? Will you hear me out? I also find it interesting that they're still drawing him like this. If we think that this is Count Saint Germain doing all this shit, right? Like, we already know, or at least that's how, you know, at this point, this is what we know, right? So it's interesting that they're still silhouetting him. I get it if it's from their perspective, but at this point, they should show, like, more of a shadow, like you would see, like, the bottom of his face, or, like, his eyes or something, or hair. I don't know. Maybe he is two different people, or something's going on. I don't know. All right. Was anyone here in the library during third period? We were in class then. Well, was there anyone who wasn't in class? Like maybe someone who went to the bathroom or nurse office? Was there? Nope. You who? Hey, what are you doing? No. Hey, what are you doing? No one's noticing me at all. Miss Ayase, be careful. I'm falling. Momo, please be serious. You can't remember what that person who came to the library looked like, don't you? I mean, you remember what that person in the library looked like, don't you? Look for her now. If I see her, I'll recognize her in a flash. Her hair was long and it hit her face. I guess it's not Class E then. Shall we go check Class A? No, I never saw that person in Class A. I mean, not someone hiding their face with their hair. Boom, right there. There's that. That's her. She's here. What? Which one? You, there. Wait. Daichan. You. I go to enter. What are you doing, bro? Are you air thrusting? What are you doing, Gigi? Gigi, one of them people in them commercials when they talk about certain like illnesses or medicine or something, and then they just dancing, having a good old time, and it just does not match the vibes whatsoever. That's what Gigi type commercials he should be in. And Joji, what are you doing? Someone came out. Is he saying motherfucker look, or are you saying look, catch her? Huh? What? That's who attacked Momo. Please do not run in the halls. Oh shit. Here he goes. Hurry. She went in there. Gigi and Vamola, you cover the rear door. Okay. Don't let her out of the classroom. Miss Shiratori, she could attack with that knife. Let me go in first. She ain't in there. I mean, she's definitely in there. And we're probably going to see her, like, popping out looking crazy as hell from, like, a cabinet or something. Or she's going to be somewhere. Oh, man. Yeah, Sherm, I think, yeah, it might be that. Definitely, it might just be.
Motherfucker, look!
From their perspective. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, you had me cracking up when you said that. Motherfucker, look! Is this Samuel L. Jackson?
Motherfucker.
All right, but Koki is her name, or Yuki Shiro.
Definitely seen her name.
This is another thing about, and I'll relate it specifically to child actors, in terms of, hold up a second. Take a look at page 8.
You know, so I'm looking right at it. I know it will resonate. What do you think of Ira?
Does that not look like her hair?
Yeah. See how we resonate, guys? Like, we didn't say nothing. We were both looking at the same thing at the same time.
Did she have any sort of... See, she's gotten so much dialogue since we got back to the school. I just, like... You know, that's a very Oda-esque sake cup outside of the screen just a little bit.
And she literally, her and Okarun or Ken are at the last page. They go into that room. So yeah, I think that might end up being Ira. And like you said, she has a lot of dialogue right now.
Yeah, but
so when they do find her,
I know that was a kind of a random tangent, but her story reminds me of those prodigy kid actors, especially from Disney, how their lives just went to absolute shit once they reached adulthood. They couldn't handle the pressure. And then another phrase I was thinking about with her is out of sight, out of mind. It's almost like if you don't have her in your sight, if she's in your peripheral, she doesn't exist.
That's fucked
that is
up.
Ira's hair.
Yeah, I think literally, like, okay, look at page 8 and then go to page 19.
19.
And look at Ira on 19. Like, that is literally her hair.
Yeah.
Like
I can say with a strong sense of certainty that is Ira. So did they fall out of touch with one another? I didn't know that Ira had any sort of like performing background. I know that she's obviously with Acro Silky right now, but I don't know. It just never, it was never shown up in her childhood.
This is cool though. This is what I've been asking for. Like, and we have been, after we ended this damn Okarun's ball saga, it looks like we're into stuff that's not just Momo and Okarun. I love that.
And unfortunately, it looks like she does have a mole on her breast, so that is easily recognizable to where it's not like that's something that most people would have.
But
Sanjime, man.
Like,
he is preying on the weak. I know. This bastard.
Like, but it's just like, damn, dude. Like, it's, you know, when people always say, like, whenever a creator, an author, or mangaka creates like an OP villain and they don't know, and then people say, oh, well, how are we going to defeat him? Like, oh, you don't write yourself into a corner. This is not one of those situations, I feel like, but he hey, no pun intended, he has all corners covered himself, his damn self.
Well,
like,
I feel like he's built up a system, and I'm talking specifically about his conglomeration of powers, to where he can always play from the sideline. Yeah. He doesn't ever need to be on the field unless he wants to be. And even when he joined the field versus the card yokai, he was able to defeat it with no eyeballs. So, like, you're strong enough to enter the battlefield if you want to. If not, you can be the puppeteer behind the closed doors.
This is such a compelling antagonist, because, like, even, and it's just with the series, we always say this, we learn things, but we still don't understand.
I don't know what he wants.
Even with him, it's like, you can even look at a character's design, and you can tell that, there's more to it than meets the eye. Like, when we looked at him, when he popped up and saved us the last one, like, he doesn't look evil. He looks mysterious, though.
Those glasses do not look real. Those are the non-prescription type. That man doesn't wear prescription glasses. He just looks kind of derpy with them, not gonna lie.
I need Ludris to pop up real quick.
What do you need Ludris for?
I need to ask a question. I need to ask, like, I'm the character. I need to ask him a question.
What's the Illuminati? Can I play 20 questions with Ludris, please?
Who is he? I wonder if anybody. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Man,
I need to ask him a question.
Again with the bullying motif in this series, high school is ruthless if you are not on the in track. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a little story. So, for those of you who don't know, I was a valedictorian in my high school, president of National Honor Society. I was on Link Crew, captain in basketball, captain in soccer. I was pretty popular in high school, but I always made it a point to be as welcoming to everyone around me as I possibly could. Now, I didn't interact with everyone socially, of course, because there's 350, 400 people in my high school. It just wasn't possible. But whenever someone tried to have a conversation with me, I tried to acknowledge them, tried to, make them feel like a person. The fact that they said, is there anyone not here right now? No, must be a ghost. You can't even acknowledge her existence? That's so foul. I can't stand when you don't even... Okay, like, saying mean things to one another, which I'm going to have to go back and again reread the first volume. I'm pretty sure that guy that wanted to race Okarun, I'm pretty sure that was one of the bullies that was throwing crap at him.
I think so. At first I was thinking about the one that he had pressed by, like, it has to be that guy from way earlier.
I think it was the guy that was throwing magnets or whatever in crumpled paper. Mm-hmm. But yeah, for them not to acknowledge her existence, and then what the fuck was with the sister?
Bruh.
Please don't mention me in the same breath as that loser.
And y'all know y'all
what kind of life is she living?
They like, we don't give a fuck. We're talking about this in front of her. We don't
What
care.
kind of parent, what kind of sibling says that about your sibling? I would never about my brother. Absolutely.
You know
not.
something? From the clues from the things that you got spoiled on.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but I was just, yeah. Oh my God.
Yo, can I just say, man, this cast, like, these kids right here, man, they are legitimately all to be S tier. Like, not even bullshit.
There's not a single one that I don't like. And even Kinta, call me Major. Dude, shut up. You don't mind, do you, Kinta?
Girl,
nope. Go ahead.
With a smile on her face, with the crew, like, you know, like she
like
needs
playing for an audience, like having the round of applause. Oh, another cool connection. Who was with Okarun for the melody training or the timing training? It was Ira. Remember that big old amphitheater or concert hall?
Yep, that's what I was thinking. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that, I think, 99% certainty that is Ira, which is a really cool connection.
I don't know if this is a reach. I mean, it's not necessarily that it has to be a reach, but now that we're getting more like singing or just musical elements into the series, I feel that's also supposed to do with the whole vibration thing.
Sure.
Like, because at this point, we got the Hayashi performers, we have Rin, Mai, now Toki. Like, I feel like that's a real thing. Like, a big thing. We know that already. The exorcisms alone, so.
In a lot
even
of
the training,
a lot of music is incorporated into rituals. So like a lot of the tribes, the Aboriginals, a lot of like African culture is based off of singing and dancing, which is really cool if that's then tied back into Dandadan as being like music is what saves us all. So music could be what like the Dandadan, like Dandadan.
Yes. Exactly.
I'm sorry. That's just the most visual reference I could make at the time. But yeah.
Have you heard of binaural beats?
What's it called?
Binaural beats.
No.
It's it's a thing where basically it's like a lot of YouTube videos that have it. It's like frequencies, like sounds that you know, of course you use headphones for. You can just search up any kind of different ones. It can be for illnesses, it can be for say like a headache, for anything.
Like sound therapy?
Yeah. It actually works. Scientists, you know, they always say, oh, we don't have the research for it. I literally tried it before. For years, actually. And last year, I tried it when I was sick. I was really sick. I couldn't smell anything at all. For like days, I couldn't smell nothing or taste anything. I tried everything, just different stuff. I'm like, why am I still like this? I did a binaural beat for that, and I started smelling it again. When I was listening to it, I was able to smell. And then when I stopped it, I was like, all right, let me see if it's just a placebo or something, whatever. And which that's what a lot of people think that it is, which I always say.
I mean, mind over matter, but that's another conversation.
Yeah. But I tried it again, so I stopped it for 2 days. I did it again, and then it worked. And then after I stopped, I was able to smell again. I tried it again, and then it worked. And I literally forgot about anything.
Binural binaural.
Yeah, binaural. Yeah, BINAURAL.
Okay, I'll look it up.
And it works. Some of them might be not, they might not work. From
Results
what
may
I've done
vary.
before, they actually have though. And that one was, I was like, whoa, that's just, like, when it comes to smell, you can't like lie about smell. And the thing is, the reason why I knew it worked is because I put like a mint oil around my nose, and I wasn't able to smell. But when I did that,
That's a
I was able
cool.
to
That's
smell
a cool experiment. Yeah.
so I did it purposely, and so now I'm very much convinced. I know everybody has their own little methods of doing stuff, and then people like, I don't know, it's not fact checked. Trust me on that one.
The Vontae
It
seal of
works.
approval.
Yes.
Have you heard of state-dependent learning?
No.
So this will be my last point before I get into the next one. So they say when you're studying, do something that you can replicate in an exam room. So say, for example, if you always chew, let's just use 5 gum. If you always chew a certain flavor while you're studying, and then you chew it during the exam, your brain has conditioned itself more likely to kind of retrieve that file from the memory bank and pull it to the forefront to where you'll more so remember what to do or what you were trying to memorize in the actual moment.
You know what's hilarious about that? I know exactly what that is. I didn't know the logic behind it. I just remember a teacher telling us that, like, if you chew gum, it can actually help you with your test. And that's all. I didn't know the actual logic.
Some explanation was required.
Yeah, I was like,
okay,
I guess.
gum.
What does it do? Like, just make your brain, I don't know, more active? I had no clue. So thank you for this. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's linked to taste receptors and how your brain remembers certain foods. So if I tell you, like, if I say the word pizza, your brain automatically gets like a taste in your mouth. Like, do you like toppings on your pizza? Like, what kind of cheese do you like? Stuffed crust, so on and so forth. So state-dependent learning, like you said, it could be related to auditory. So again, with her presence being so non-recognizable, it ties into her story brilliantly, the fact that she was trying to gain attention by taking a picture of her chest.
That's probably how athletes, why they chew gum too, right? Or it could
maybe, or they just like chewing gum. I don't know. I particularly, I don't like chewing gum. It just feels weird, stuff that I can't eat, but whatever.
That's hilarious. I know a lot of people are like this. Like,
yeah, if you just tuned in now, you're probably like, what the hell are these guys talking about? I thought they were talking about Dandadan. We're talking about state-dependent learning, bacteria, frequency resonance. All right, that's enough yet. Cool. Let's get into the next one. All right, so chapter 171, Corner the Perp. The door shuts behind him. Huh? It won't open. Hey, Private First Class Takakura, you trying to exclude me? I want in too. Wait, they teleported? Oh, busy boiling up some weenies? This is no time to be talking crass. Where's Okarun and Ira? But I'm not. Seriously, isn't this... Uh-oh. We're in empty space. Hang on a second. I don't have Turbo Granny's power anymore, so how? He's molding to the desk? Ah, what's happening? Please stay honorably back, Takakura-sama. Ira, be careful. Empty space means it could be aliens. Yeah, eek, what are you doing? Takakura-sama, you and I have merged. What the hell are you doing? Hurry up and... Knives coming out? Look out! Ah! She kicks them away, Momo puts her hand up. But I think that... Doesn't that stab her? I won't let them get you, Takakura-sama, like on top of him. Hey, yo. Thank you, Miss Shiratori. You did awesome too, Momo. Ozos? What the? We're connected. I love the little blush underneath her Ira eye, not the acro silky eye. To be connected to you in this honorably shameful way, Takakura-sama. Honorably shameful. Okay. Must mean that we are most honorably betrothed. What are you even basing that on? It ain't funny, assholes. Get off of each other already. Pygmies. I'm pretty sure pygmies are in a lot of different motifs. Are they of Gaelic origin? They might be. Where do I remember seeing pygmies from? Is it potentially Pokemon? Probably a lot of JRPGs, to be honest. But anyway. Hey, you. What do you think you're doing? They're sewing stuff together. The knives. Stab? Oh, god dang. We're free. You saved us, Miss Ayase. Watch out. They knit with incredible speed. This is the worst. My skirt's all torn up. Ira, they're on your shoulder. Huh? No, look right there. What are you talking about? I don't see anything. So she can't see them, but Momo can because she's of smaller stature? Miss Ayase, what exactly is it? Are you for real right now? Why can't you see them? This room is swarming with pygmies. Wow. That is a cool double spread. Again, how many toddlers could you take in a fight? Not as many as you think. These things... Fire! Fire the knives! Needles? Oh my god, these things have like... This is actually terrifying. Okarun, they're climbing on you. Where are they? I can't see anything. Hey, when did my skirt get all... Ira. Oh no, neither of you can see them. The pygmies are everywhere. There's no need to see them. If they are everywhere, as you say, then I will simply destroy everywhere. I can't move it. What's the deal? What's even happening? My hair, it's tied up all over the place. They turned on the burners? Oh God. Guys, this is a problem with someone who has long hair. Knotting and any sort of catching on anything, especially catching fire. Pygmies.
So you know what's funny? Pygmy is actually a actual tribe of people in Africa. They're really short, so they're dwarfs. Which
Didn't know that.
This is kind of.
Is that what they based it off of?
Yeah. They're like real short. Like even the male's height, like tallest is like 4'11" or some shit. Like they're really small people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That kind of goes against like the normal, I guess, progression of the human species as we're getting taller.
They're kind of looked at as like a more primitive tribe of people.
Okay.
And you know they get a lot of disrespect in how they're depicted in a lot of media as well as like small, like looking creatures and stuff. So yeah, that's one of those kind of things.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but it's interesting. Tasso's getting to a lot of different shit, man. Like different peoples, different spirits, and anything you could think of is in this series. I guess this is what he wanted to write in the story, just write a whole bunch of different species, races, everything.
Another cool
bingo card.
I guess little theme that I noticed is that there are so many pygmies. This is like an audience of sorts for the pianist.
Yep. I wonder if that's like supposed to like symbolize a similarity between her and them, of like how they're seen from the public
small of stature. You can't
just
see them unless you really focus on them. If not, then you don't recognize that they're even there.
Tatsu, good stuff. A lot of meta commentary because they're treated like really bad by a lot of people. They're just looked at.
Well,
like
yeah, even like what you said, I didn't realize that they were based off of a real world tribe. I just thought it was always like. That's why I said, is it of like Gaelic origin? Because I thought that these were like little like fairy creatures. No, they're based on a tribe of real world people.
And they're disrespected a lot, so that goes into Koki's. Oh, that's hell, Tatsu, you're really good at this stuff, man.
Yeah.
Symbolism.
And like the merging of different cultures, because you said they're an African tribe, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
I think I remember my mom's aunt. She had said that there was, I think she was like in Los Angeles, and there were like some that were there. I guess that just moved over there. So I remember that's the first time I ever heard of them, and and they just said how people like viewed them and talked about them just based off of how they looked.
Yeah, because as Sherm said, I definitely remember the little creatures in The Mummy too. They were like the demonic little things that were like stabbing, like swords. They were like eating, I think, people. Which, again, I don't want to get into the discussions of that because, again, I'm learning that's an unfair stereotype of those people. So now I know.
Mainly with the whole dwarfs and midget situation where people always just it's like, God damn, like.
Yeah.
But I really don't have much else to talk about for this chapter.
All right, I'll get out of here again.
All right, so you guys know the drill. This is the second and the last chapter that we will be doing the dual react to. What that is, if you're new to the channel, is that one of us will be reading the chapter first, so you get my reaction first, my face, my voice, all that. And then once I'm done, I'll get Twitchy in here so you can see his reaction to it. It's just a fun and good way for you guys to get both of our authentic reactions on camera instead of one of us being off camera and muted and not getting a reaction if they were to read along like some of the other chapters. So that being said, man, let's hop into this one. Chapter 172. This was 3 days before Halloween, so this might be a crazy ass chapter. Maybe. We'll see. All right, 172. Come on, app. Come on, pop up. Come on, app. All right, here we go. Chapter 172. Those pygmies are scary. Oh, yeah, we're going to get some shit in this. Ira, unravel your hair quick. Okay, Okarun fighting, helping out. Gachiakuta-sama, Mr. Ritori, I'm sorry, but I had to chop your hair. No, you saved me. Yikes. There's gas in here. We're not careful to explode. Yes. Listen, cut off your hair where it's tangled. I'll handle the fires. I don't know why. This kind of reminds me of the fight against Acrobatic Silky as well. Like, seeing about the fire, the hair, and then these three characters is pretty cool. Kind of nostalgic, it feels. Okay. Knives. Mr. Yase, we still can't see the pygmies. About how many are there? Oops. All right. There's a million of them. There's no way we can take them all on. Okarun, at your feet. They're climbing up your leg. Mr. Yase, get back. What? Why? Oh, my, I find an idea indeed. Oh no, they knitted it in place. What the hell are you doing, you bird brain? Eat my uniform. Not you too. Oh shit. Whoa, my pants too. This is no ordinary knitting speed. Yeah, they going crazy. Yeah. God damn. Okay, she blocks it though with her hair still. And Momo's protecting Okarun. Ow. Eek. Momo, you need to protect us from behind too. Sorry, but I'm stretched pretty thin here. This is bullshit. There's no end to them. It's that girl. She's using the pygmies to attack us. That bastard. She must be hiding somewhere. I can't tell where her aura is because of the sheer number of the pygmies. In other words, she knows she'll be in trouble if she gets attacked. She's hiding because she's the weak point. We're getting stitched up because of the fabric. We don't actually need these clothes. If I have to strip in front of anyone, or strip in front of someone, then I'm okay if it's you, Takakoto-sama. You two keep moving around. Lure the pygmies away so they aim for you. Lure them away to attack? Yes. Move around and attract their knife attacks or whatever. Are you an honorable fool? We can't see the enemy. How are you supposed to lure them? Ah! Come on. Oh, come now. I wonder if you can actually hit me. Okay. Okarun, 12 o'clock. Ooh, dodge. Okay, Okarun. Ooh, both of them. Fire. Yes, unison. It's like they dancing. Fire. Nice. Okarun, that was incredible. Your physical fitness is next level now. This isn't the time for that. I can't keep this up forever. At this rate, I'm definitely going to get slashed. Ooh, they sits him to the ground. Both of them. Takakuta-sama. Momo. Oh yeah. Oh my god. So they stitched y'all to the ground. They got the knives pointed at you. Oh shit. Ooh, do not let this shit blow up in here, man. The suspense though. Found you, you skank. What's wrong, you little shits? Come on. Why aren't you attacking? Don't be shy. Lob that desk. Oh right, you can't. Can you? Not where your precious master is. Makes sense. Not in her direction. Nice. Nice. Got her. Alright, we gotta stop this now, please. See that fire extinguisher in the corner? Something's definitely going to blow up and catch fire. Indeed. Alright, I like the choreography in this chapter. The art was really cool. Love Ken, just his fitness, how the level that it's gotten to now. Fire. I know, right? It probably took him mad long to draw that. Like, how many are even there? I mean, like, in that shot alone. Like, god damn. Man, Tatsuya is good at what he does, man. This is the type of shit I like. I'm always a fan of just, like, in life, just things connecting to each other. Just a lot of things that, you know, a lot of people just think is just common things that have no correlation. Things are just separate. I just like reading stories where things are connected and you have like a lot of involvement of like real life things, you know, like this entire series is all about real life paranoia, folk tales, real things as well. It's just fun. And to see him to draw it too is just, yeah, this is dope. All right, let me get Twitchy back in here. Yeah, I agree. Definitely. Some of the best in this chapter for sure. Yeah, Tatsuya, he just know what he's doing, man.
Oh man, that was another quick one.
Yep.
All right. Chapter 172. Those pygmies are scary. Ira, unravel your hair quick. Ken cuts it off. Takakuta-sama. Nishiratori, I'm sorry, but I had to chop your hair. No, you saved me. Yikes, there's gas in here. If we're not careful, it could explode. Listen, cut off your hair where it's tangled. I'll handle this. Knives are flying at Ken. She also kicks them away. Miss Ayase, we still can't see the pygmies. About how many are there? There's 1 million of them. There's no way we can take them all on. Okarun, at your feet. They're climbing up your leg. Miss Ayase, get back. What? Why? Yow. My, a fine idea indeed. Oh no, they've knitted it in place. What the hell are you doing, bird brain? Eek, my uniform. Not you too. Oh no, they are not both gonna end up naked by the end of this again in the hallway. Whoa, my pants too. This is no ordinary knitting speed. Still, these knives are being flung out by the catapults. Yeah. Again, Momo's putting in work, but Ira has the power of the spirals. Yow! Eek! Oh, they're like shooting needles from the tips of bow and arrows. That is savage. Momo, you need to protect us from behind too. Sorry, but I'm stretched pretty thin here. This is bullshit. There's no end to them. It's that girl. She's using the pygmies to attack us. That bastard, she must be hiding somewhere. I can't tell where her aura is because of the sheer number of pygmies. In other words, she knows she'll be in trouble if she gets attacked. She's hiding because she's the weak point. We're getting stitched up because of the fabric. We don't actually need these clothes. If I have to strip in front of someone, then I'm okay if it's you, Takakura-sama. Bruh, they're down to their skivvies, as they say. You two, keep moving around. Lure the pygmies away so they aim for you. Lure them away to attack? Yes, move around and attract the knife attacks, or whatever. Are you an honorable fool? We can't see the enemy. How are we supposed to lure them? Wah! Come now. I wonder if you can actually hit me. I wouldn't be talking that talk, Ira. Okarun, 12 o'clock. Okay, he's using some of that inherent speed that he's got. Bam! Something... I don't know why they focused on Ira's foot. Was she jumping or is she kicking something that can't be seen? Yikes! Okarun, that was incredible. Your physical fitness is next level now. This isn't the time for that, but we will come back to that. Don't you worry. I can't keep this up forever. At this rate, I'm definitely going to get slashed. Alright, his hand unfortunately was stitched to the ground. Oh! And he's gonna have to like rip the skin off? Takakura-sama, Momo. This little demon army. All right, they got the stove burner. Boom. All right, Momo's doing something with her hands. Found you, skank. I think this is a double spread. Nope, it's not. That's just the side of Okarun's ear. Going back. Found you, skank. What's wrong, you little shits? Come on. Why aren't you attacking? Don't be shy. Lob that desk. Oh, right. You can't, can you? Not where your precious master is. Not in her direction? Boom. Refrigerator / cabinets flung, and she got hit. She was hiding like a cloak of invisibility from Harry Potter, and she didn't deserve that, but she had no choice. I'm talking about Momo. Woof. Still got the action panel from Momo, even in her miniature form, though, so that was pretty cool.
Tatsu always doing great with the art.
I wonder if he copy and paste anything. I wouldn't be upset with it, but I'm curious. Does he like hand draw everything, or is this something that he gives to his assistants?
When it comes to artists nowadays, man, I ain't got no problem.
As long as it ain't AI. No AI.
AI, folks. So I don't care what kind of shortcuts you guys take. You'll actually put in the work. Most of the time, 90% of the time. What does Sandra May talk about? 90%, 10%. No, see.
Good reference.
The AI, that's that. It's that 10%. Man.
Momo coming in clutch again, even in doll form.
Yep.
Was that Okarun's foot or was that Ira's foot?
Which panel?
Page 11. I just don't know why they focused in on the foot and said bam.
Oh yeah, I think that is Ira. I think I know what you're talking about. Go to the beginning.
I don't know. Just seemed a little out of place. But shout out to Okarun, man. He's got some physical prowess now.
Yep.
Now he just needs to learn the power of the spirals, because he can definitely dodge. Pretty good now.
We gotta go train with Gigi. You might not want to.
Not these days.
Not Tuesday for a low key though.
One rule, no talking about Miss Ayase-san. That's the one rule. But she's a super cutie.
This guy Sanjime, man, get out of here. This is so like it's the
of all the people to manipulate, I hate the fact that it's someone like Koki. She doesn't deserve this. I'll reiterate that.
Right.
Her life has been society again grinding her down, much like Zuma. Which, speaking of which, where's our boy? I would like a little check-in, please. It's been 5-6 chapters already. Can we get some Zuma, please? Tatsu, is that too much?
Who's next? Who is Sanjime gonna do this to next?
I think Kinto's next up.
Oh, you think he's going? Oh, I was just thinking like when I said next, I didn't think of like people that we already know, but like just
someone new.
Like in general, like who, like what's the next situation that you're going to do? Like how are you going to manipulate the next person? Because the Zuma one, it was more so like kind of mutual, I guess. Kind of. I mean, there's obviously still manipulation there, but and in this one, this is just like 100% manipulation and fucking what's the word I want to use?
Blackmail?
Blackmail, yes. It was on the tip of my tongue, blackmail. So
I was like, what is he talking about? Okay.
But I don't know what's next. His next ploy. But we gotta get done with this first.
Again, I hate feeling like this because this isn't even like a satisfying impact. In almost every other scenario, when the antagonist gets hit and gets the smush face, I'm like, yes! Luffy finally punched him. Dun, 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 dun. No, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Do not do that.
Don't you dare play any music.
I would be a little mad.
Do not. So help me God, I will go to Japan. Yeah, because Koki does not deserve this. Why would you do this?
What's wrong with you?
Oh man, but these pygmies are a problem. If she retains this power after her plotline is resolved, she's another one that can stand toe to toe with aliens. If you have an army of invisible pygmies at your beck and call.
One Piece, little peoples, Tantadas, or those moon folk, or any, like Final War, which is it's the same thing. Same thing.
Building up the Grand Fleet.
Yep. You know something too I didn't think about, but like how many people has he done this to? Like manipulated to do something for him. Like
since coming to our, let's just call it a prefecture. Since coming to our prefecture, he has directly manipulated 2 younger 15 to 17-year-olds. Directly.
Like how long has he been doing this? Like what if Dodoria? I mean, yeah, what if Dodoria was somebody that he tried this with before? I can see that being a plot twist. Maybe he did.
I'm just thinking back to that line that Turbo Granny said, like something so precious to Seiko. Do you think that could have been a hint at something that Sanjime took away from her? Because he's a collector.
And as a collector, I'm sure you probably would definitely take something from the spirit medium, whether it's because they pose as a threat to you or they had something that you would want.
Oh, I was sort of implying with that either her son or daughter. Like maybe Sanjime did some memory manipulation to a son or daughter and got him killed.
Yeah.
I mean, this dangerous games we're playing.
this guy is nuts.
I like that we don't have a read on him yet, because in our mind we're now building him up a lot in terms of both physical prowess and like what's his plan, what's his motivation, what's his goals. And then we've already seen an immediate personal impact on two characters that we care about. I won't speak for you. I care about Koki already. I feel like she has a
for sure. Like, I don't even see who wouldn't. Like, that's fucked up. When we see the family situation in the students, like, immediately I was on her team.
Like, it's the coming of age thing as well, in terms of dealing with your sexuality, which that's another discussion. But this is something that, if I have a daughter, this is a conversation you need to have about the permanence of a virtual tattoo. Digital footprint. Like, what you put on the internet is forever. So, hi guys, welcome to the stream. This is a permanent footprint on the internet.
Oh, it doesn't.
You screen recorded. I know that you're screen recording. Don't you screen record this? Hey, chat, clip that. No, don't clip it.
Literally, that's a whole thing. Clip that just to make sure this shit will never be deleted. So
evidence in the future for when I'm trying to apply for a job. They're like, actually, on April 1st, 2025.
That do be a thing too. That should be crazy. Sometimes people didn't even do anything crazy for real, but it's like, damn, you did say that thing. It's like, oh shit, or you did do that, and just depending on the job.
Man. If you're not gonna hire me, you're not gonna hire me. Don't like try to shame me like you're my mom or something. Like, get out of here. I'm trying to be your employee. I'm not trying to be your son. I digress. But
Sanjay may do.
Another great chapter.
You know what it reminds me of, or the feeling that I get again? It makes me the same feeling that I get from the frontman in Squid Game for season 2, where it's like we know what's going on, or kind of, but the characters don't know what's going on.
They're even more in the dark than we are.
Yeah, and then we're like, it's hard to read them. Like, do you genuinely feel like this, or are you like, what are you doing? Like, do you genuinely love the games, want people to do this, or do you kind of feel like, you know, like this? I don't know. So I get that feeling all over again. And if you're not the big bad, that's kind of crazy. This is a crazy antagonist.
That's the thing. That's the thing. He really could just be someone who's trying to be the hero. And he's trying to save lives in the grand scheme of things. Mm-hmm. It's just the way that he's doing it is negatively affecting certain people, like, tremendously.
We got to think of everything that he's collecting that we know of right now, and
why
that we'll keep on seeing, and then we'll probably be able to piece it together why you need this specific thing, why did you need this person to do this.
What's kind of ironic about his, let's just call it a path presently, is this is how, if I were a mangaka, how I would build up a MC protagonist in order to defeat the greatest evil. You need to get someone that has all the power, like a la Deku. You have 7-8 quirks, whatever. Like, you have to build up someone with the ability and the desire to defeat something that is undefeatable.
It's going to be a strength in numbers type of situation.
Or that.
From just our crew that we have. But, like, and even, that's the funny thing, Sanjay knows that too. He literally admitted, I couldn't have done that by myself. I needed their help. So he's very much a realist. Probably why he's a part of the Illuminati. If, you know, our theory. Like, yeah, I need these people just in case, you know. But, like, if we do meet, like, a group of people that are doing things like this, like, what? Like, as of right now, is, once again, I keep saying this is like in series where you meet, like, the first big bad, the first main antagonist of a series, and you're like, damn, this is like, you know, he's pretty crazy. And then you deal with them, and then there's the next one. It's like, oh, it's all wrong. This is actually the crazy antagonist, and it keeps going higher and higher. But here, he's already there. Like, how? Like, you know, like,
he's already top tier.
He's already, like, his Isaac. Once again, this is like Isaac. Like, he was the big bad from early on, and he was like that for a lot of the series, and he was still relevant even after the fact. So, I've always liked that.
Yeah.
But,
great stuff, though.
173.
I literally forgot whose turn it was. Is it my turn?
Mine.
Your turn. Okay. My bad.
My turn is your turn. Your turn is my turn.
My chapter is my chapter, and your chapter is my chapter.
Right, 173. All right, corner the criminal. Oh, come on. I know it's lagging a little bit. There we go. Found you, you dumbass. Hey, don't say that. I know you don't understand what's going on, but don't say that. All right, come on, Paige. Stop bugging out on me. Come on, stop bugging out. Okay, it's gonna take forever, okay? All right, there we go. Wait, the honorable ninja art of hiding from sight. She hid behind the curtain stitched together by those pygmies, even though she's the one who started the attack. Never mind that now. Mr. Yase, the fire. Yep, literally when I read it, I said, yeah, the fire extinguisher. We need that. Commencing fire fighting. Yo, we just took down your princess, you little shits. That means you lose, right? They sweating. Okay, they unstitching. We're able to move again, thank God. So are we actually okay now? We still can't see them. It's okay. They're waving the white flag. They literally are waving. They say, all right, we surrender. All right. Shit, you got us. Defeated our master. That means you accept defeat, right? Huh? I got no idea what the hell you're trying to say. Yikes. It's unsettling not being able to see the enemy. Oh, yeah! What the? Yeah! Scared you. Please, this is no time to lose focus. Oh no, Gachiakuta, don't be angry. I'm not angry. Hey, back off. Well, why did you guys attack us? Hey, wait. They're trying to get away. Okarun, Ira, catch her. Of all we can see the target. Catching her will be a simple matter. God damn. They going. There's a lot of them. Well, now we're seeing like a lot of them. Like the million that she was talking about, we really see it here. How are they doing that? Mr. Yase, something's odd. If controlling the pygmies is her power, but she's unconscious, isn't it weird they're still moving? Yeah, it tickles. Those little, stay out of our way. Wow. There's no doubt these pygmies are trying to escape with her of their own will. All about wills in this volume. Not on my watch. She's trying to get them. Gigi, Kenta, Momola, and Hallway. What do we do? Break time will be over soon. Wait, my brain's working on it again. Working on it at a super high speed right now. Private First Class Gachiakuta and the others are likely trapped in empty space. Then I wonder why we couldn't enter it. Is there a max number of people allowed? Come to think of it, Vom. When you that's cute. He gave her a nickname, Vom. When you transform into a kaiju, the world becomes empty space, doesn't it? Then couldn't it be that your suit has the ability to bring out empty space? Yeah. Even I don't know all its functions, but if I remember to, I set it to heart-pounding hidden mode. Okay. Oh, there she go. That does look creepy as hell to see her like. Hey, what? Yeah. Hey, Jimkin, look out. Yeah, stop, that tickles. Sexy. Ooh, are they? I was trying to see if they were like spelling something out with their body, the way that their body shape, but no. I'll kill you, you handsome devil. What the? You're all here. What's going on? Why are Okarun and Ira naked and laughing? Never mind that. After her, we're going to lose her. Okay, subbing player. Come on, Momo. Oop. It seems you have gone and made me angry. My inner demons allow you to unleash my power. What's your power? So y'all say, wait, tremble and wait, and await me, you. Gachiakuta, are you okay? They're going pretty fast. If they go around a corner, we'll lose them. Hang in there, Mr. Athlete. If you can't catch them, no one can. Leave it to me. With this fragment of the great Kenta. But use some Nano-tech for sure, yeah. Awesome, Kenji. Kinkin. Go get him, Hirosuke. Accept your love for me, ladies. Now look at me go. Behold my majestic form. Tell me how fine I look. Tell me truly that you adore me. Tell me that you love me. Say it. God damn. Punched the shit out of him. What in the hell? Okay. It's a silhouette of somebody in the hallway. That better not be Sansa, man. Please don't be you, man. Who's that? You baldies there being bullies. Oh, the nurse. Oh, okay. Nurse, you know what I'm saying? You know? Hey. What's up? Like, I mean, oh, wow. Okay. So off rip, man. Thinking back to the police officer and Zuma situation, being his mentor, his guardian. Off rip, since she has the whole thing about bullying, she's definitely been somebody that Koki can run to. That actually treated her with respect.
Yes. My dark thought that I had immediately, because if you take a look at the backs of both Ira and Okarun in this chapter, they did get prodded a few times with the needles. I'm wondering if the verbal bullying or the verbal abuse ever turned physical for Koki. Because a lot of things that happen with people who are physically abused is that they wear their hair over their eyes. And this applies to both girls and boys, unfortunately.
God, I don't want to get into her backstory. It's going to get so bad.
I sure hope, and this is going to sound cruel, but I sure hope that the bullying is only, verbal. I hope it's not physical.
I think
because if there's any sort of if there's any physical abuse, that might be a lot to deal with.
Because even with the stuff that you got like loosely spoiled on, I think we're still in the Koki stuff at this time in the manga. Kind of reminds me, have you heard, I don't remember her name, but this is like a horrific story of a young Japanese girl, teenager, that got physically, sexually assaulted by students, and they were doing the craziest stuff to her. They had her like strapped. It's crazy. It's sickening. It's horrible.
I thankfully have not, but it sounds horrific.
It's literally terrible. I wish I don't. It's so bad. I wish I didn't know about it. That's how bad it is. Yes, it's horrible. If you guys know it, I'm not going into it. But
yeah, but the nurse. I wonder if she more recently, had this spiritual ability, because we're still in the nether world at the moment. If you take a look at the windows outside, so she's here. Interesting that she was the first one that we talked to after returning from the Nessie fight. Like, she was the one in the room that talked to us first. And she, again, had said bullying. How long has Koki been bullied? So, like, that one line of dialogue probably had a lot behind it, even though we didn't know at the time. I'm kind of surprised that it took this long to get back into the nurse. I mean, we're back in the school setting now, so it's fine, but...
I'm theorizing right now. What if she
Midoriya coded?
Yes. What if she's a part of her group, or she knows her? Because the fact that Midoriya is always so like they'll be okay, they'll be fine. That's
why
how
do
she
you
always
think
is with these kids.
Midoriya sent Vamola to the school in the first place? Because she has a friend that can look out for her while she's there.
Exactly. That would be really cool. They're just in different places, like, I guess these spirit mediums or whatever group she's a part of. Like, they're just different areas that help people. That'd be really cool. Fandom exploded at the nurse's return, for real.
I get
Hey,
it.
look at her.
People are horny. I get it. She's a baddie.
And once again, it goes to what I was saying. These adults in the series are so goated. They guide children properly. Unlike other series where, like, okay, they're okay. Like, it's always it's not as serious or a priority in other series. This one's a priority.
And shout out to both Kinta and Vamola, and Gigi. Literally, shout out the whole gang. Gigi had the idea, hey, let's go to subspace. Vamola's like, okay, let me press the button, which we'll talk about her translator being fixed, I guess, or she's picked up very quickly the language because she understood it. And Kinta having a part of the great Kinta Nano-tech with him, to where he's able to create a hoverboard on the spot, go around the corner. These characters, I feel like what we see on panel is just the payoff for what we are to connect behind the scenes, what they're doing in the background. I never thought that Kinta would have the nanotech on him. Gigi, he's been thinking probably about a lot of the intricacies of this world on his own. So he's not only a physical prodigy, he's a mental prodigy.
Right.
Mola, I'm sure because we saw her in a couple of chapters ago, she was so attentive at school. That's probably why she's picking up on the language very quickly. And because she's able to do that, there wasn't a delay to get them into the world to then have Kinta go after Koki. It's all connected. And again, you don't really, pun intended here, you don't really connect the pieces until you see it all connected. And it's like out of sight, out of mind, again, with this whole theme with Koki.
Tatsu, you're different.
I love this series, man. It's doing something.
Tatsu's is different. He's different. He has full control over his mind.
Gigi, sexy. Not the time, Gigi. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm scared to get into more of this girl stuff, explore more of her backstory.
He's just like, another one. I'm gonna hurt you again. Oh, I'm gonna hurt you again. What? I'm gonna get in the last one.
Yep.
All right. So guys, if you're watching still, we appreciate it. If you could like the stream for us, if you enjoy, that'd be even more appreciated. We can get out to more Dandadan viewers, hopefully on YouTube, but maybe across the cosmos, if we're talking in a grand sense. Chapter 174, Queen Sensei's Infirmary. Queen Sensei? Why is she an empty space? I'm sure the fandom was asking that for an entire week. Wait, don't tell me Queen Sensei is the enemy? Sensei, it was them. They're the ones who hit me. For no reason, out of the blue. You're a liar. Huh? That bastard. They attacked me. One moment, please. This is unforgivable. Whoever did it, step forward. Here's the thing. I have zero tolerance for cowards who bully others. She was the one who assaulted us first. Liar. I don't even know you. You're saying this girl attacked a big, strong boy like you first? Well, not me, but Momo's trying to get her attention. Hey, over here. You're talking nonsense. Yeah, liar, pervert. Whoa, hang on. Here's the thing. I judge a person based on whether what they're saying makes sense or not. Okay. What do I do? Momo, help me. I'm no good at an argument. Calm down, Gigi. You're a good person. You don't need to fake it. Whatever you're thinking, just be direct about it and communicate it. Gigi didn't hit her. I don't know why I'm giving her like a childish voice. This is like almost a fully fledged adult woman. I'll try to refrain from doing that moving forward because she is a lot more articulate than she used to be. Gigi didn't hit her. He's saying that Momo is the one who was attacked. Is that get up a joke? Okay, then where's the one who was attacked? Here. I'm right here. Slump. Is that get up a joke? This is her whole entire identity. You can't just say that to her. Can't you see me? Damn it. If Ira were here, she'd tell it like it is. A woman who is precious to me was hurt. I am not lying, and I will not forgive the one who hurt her. So there's something I want to ask that girl. Why would you do such a thing? They're all lying. They all attacked me. They ganged up on me when I was alone and attacked me. Sensei, punish them at once. Make them accept their defeat so they can never do wrong again. But Gigi, literally both his face and his aura aligned, and I'm sure that she can see that, so she's probably gonna punish Koki right now. You poor thing, show me your injuries. But that's odd. You mentioned earlier that you didn't know that boy. What I meant was that I wish I could forget him, because he's so scary. Yes, I can see that. They're terrible people, aren't they? That's right. So Sensei, please deal with them right away. And a bunch of them ganged up on you when you were alone, you say? Which is odd, because it looks to me like you have far greater numbers on your side. Of course she can see the pygmies. Also, can I just say, this is one of my favorite panels from the series. I love the juxtaposition of color. I like how, ironically, she looks alone despite the sheer number of allies on her side, because she said she's still getting used to the power. Whatever she told that locker yokai, and the pygmies just being almost like a surface on the surface of the wall, the door handle, the door. That's a great panel. She can see them. Queen Sensei can see the pygmies. Every day, I listen to students talk about their insecurities and anxieties, and among them, some who will consult with me about matters of spiritualism. Because whatever a student's concern, I listen earnestly. And having gone to exorcisms and bad places with those students seeking advice, at some point, I became able to see spirits. She is a goat outside of school, like believing them full-heartedly. If someone told you, like, I saw a ghost or I saw aliens, literally the theme of the show, almost always you wouldn't believe them. But she kept an open mind, kept an open ear, and believed in these kids so much. God, she's got to be like one of the best adults in this series. Sensei, that's incredible. So that's why she's in empty space too. Now, I'm not going to say you're a bad person, because you've got a horde of pygmies with you. Whoever it may be, I always hear them out, from A to Z. And what's more, you're not making sense. Try being honest with me. I won't get angry. Oh. I love how you don't see Koki's eyes here. If something is troubling you, I'm here to listen to all you have to say. She's not going to open up. It was I attacked Miss Momo Ayase. I'm sorry, as she starts crying. Sensei looks at her. Okay, never mind. Let's just hear why you attacked me. You little shit! Nani? Sensei, stop! You said you wouldn't get angry. Let go of me, you baldies. Koki is going through it. The second time she's been hit this volume. Once with a stove and the other one with a slap of justice. What I hate most of all are scoundrels who pretend to be weaklings. All right, now she's got her hairpin back. I posted pictures of myself in my underwear on a secret social media account. Whoa, Gigi, not the time. Not the time. But then a certain teacher found out about it and said that if I didn't want everyone to know, I had to stab Miss Momo Ayase with this. Yikes, say what? Who was this shithead teacher? Actually, I can't even remember. I know I met them yesterday and today, but I've got no memory of who that teacher was. How is that possible? You're covering from them, aren't you? No, I'm not. I want to be free from this. I want to be free from them this minute. I've heard something similar recently. It was that business with the cursed trunk. Apparently, there was someone who aided Zuma, but Zuma said he couldn't remember anything about them, not their face or name or anything. So then it's possible that the same person is involved in both the previous case and this one. So you're saying this person asked you to kill Momo? No, not to kill her. They said to steal Miss Momo Ayase's power. End of the volume? Wow. We really moved the needle in these 9 chapters.
I really like this chapter a lot. I think it was probably one of my favorite ones in this.
It was great.
Stream.
There's something that is so precious about someone who has put up emotional walls finally just letting it out. There's something cathartic about it. There's something so raw about that panel on page 14.
Talking about the one
She's
in
crying.
front of the doorway. Oh no, the crying.
Well, that one too. Yeah, her in front of the doorway is like the realization that yes, you are indeed alone.
Do you think the whole the whole picture situation is so that she can like be seen? Like it was like like her posting the picture on social media, like that was another way of her trying to like be seen by people because people just treat her like fucking shit or she's nothing.
I mean, internet eyes are eyes.
Humanity. This is a character I feel like people can relate to. Another one, like in terms of experiences, and like I know there's a lot of people that are just like her, where people hate on them for no reason or for little reason, to the point where it's like they treat them like they're not even there, to the point where they have to like do things that they shouldn't even have to do, but they feel like that they have to just because it's like, well, no one's doing nothing. And when it comes to children too, which, hey, Queen-san, hey, goat.
She's a goat.
She reminds me of like teachers in real life when they like go the extra mile to help a student, even though that's like not in their, I'm gonna say jurisdiction. It's like not, but they do that, and I always respect when teachers will always do stuff like that. Because for one, teachers don't get paid that much. Like these people don't get paid that much to do this stuff. Nurses, they don't get paid that much. So it's like they're doing things that adults should always be able in any predicament to protect the child. That should be a thing that's like taught to people, in life, that like when it comes to children, if they need help or if they look like they're going through something, you're supposed to tend to that. You're supposed to, as an adult, that's what you do. Like you have all the experiences in the world, you're mature, your brain is obviously fully developed. Unlike theirs, so it's like there's so many things that you should do to protect that. So Queen-san, S tier character again. Like I'm not kidding you. Like it's gonna be hard to do the tier list because like I don't want to just put a whole bunch of characters in S tier, but like if it is, hey, they are. Here's what it is.
Here's what it is.
I know a lot of people are prisoner in the moment, or they overrate things. No, this is not overrating it at all. It's like, how could you not? A character like this, how could you not? So,
and again, kind of somewhat building on the unfortunate prediction that Koki has been physically abused in the past, is that what often happens is that the kids do not either trust the adults or trust themselves enough to be believed. So a lot of that is internalized. Yep. And that story of abuse never gets out. And because it never gets out, that's how this cycle perpetuates itself. And that's how so many of these assaulters get away with it, is because either the person doesn't have the courage or they don't have the support system in place to be believed once they come forward with these accusations.
Exactly. And how nasty it is. Even like for her to explain it, like a teacher blackmailed me. Like a teacher said that if
again,
I do this,
like the
that's...
breach of trust that hit me so hard with Zuma's backstory. Teachers are supposed to be the adult that prevents bullying in the classroom, that prevents the formation of these young adults into criminals, into dregs on society. They are supposed to be guiding the next generation. This is some powerful stuff.
I'm scared for the nurse though, because is that would Sandra may see it as like, oh, this is somebody that's getting in my way? Like literally, you're getting into my way. I mean, I know the students, like our crew, stopped this. Well, she kind of stopped it completely. She was the one that ended it. So
I want to ask a question, but I have a dark thought of my answer to this question.
Okay.
How potent do you think the memory erasure is of Sanjime?
The fact that people get completely confused of, oh, I've seen the guy. I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember. I have no evidence. It's like he can manipulate memories so well that it's like shit just didn't exist. Or at least damn near. We can say that at least.
So, with that being said, do you think that he has the ability to erase someone's personal memories, not just the memories of him? Do you think he could erase enough memories of a person's existence to where they cease being themselves? She made it a point to say she always listens to her kids under her care as a nurse. So if she has her entire school teaching memory erased, that's the result of going against Sanjime. That's terrifying. That's erasing who you are as a person. One thing that I have always been terrified of, and unfortunately this might have to be something that I have to deal with later in life. My grandfather had either Alzheimer's or dementia, and it is somewhat genetic or hereditary. So I kind of make a joke with my parents, like dementia, not dementia. It's just inside joke. That's just how we try to rationalize this possible pain. But I have noticed that, like, just as people get older, myself included, and it might be because of post-COVID, but like memory is not as sharp in my household as it used to be. Mom, dad, myself, younger brother. So if I eventually have to like lose my identity as a person, like who am I or what was I doing? Like memory loss is a genuine fear that I have. And for someone to take that from me, if that's just not like the way like nature intended it, so be it. But if someone has the power to erase yourself as a person, your personality, I couldn't imagine what that would feel like if I were to like stumble upon this YouTube channel as like someone who had forgotten the memories and be like, wait, that's me.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember any of this. Like, who is that person? That's not me.
And that's a scary part.
Horrifying.
It can be so erratic too, like random. It's like dots,
yes.
Like you're putting dots on the canvas. It's like it's you remember things, but you don't remember other things. Like what the like that.
Certain days of the week, things can switch. You can remember something and then you forget something else that you've always remembered.
But yeah, that is a big, especially for us in America. Literally, our education system compared to others in the rest of the world is based off of memory. That's why we don't know anything. That's why when we graduate, we forget things that we learned in school because it's not something that was, or usually it's not, unless you study whatever in college and you keep on pursuing that.
I don't remember any of my college stuff. Like, I went for engineering. I don't remember any of it. I paid thousands of dollars. I don't remember anything. If you asked me to be an engineer today, I would be like, okay, well, I hope it's not important.
I'm a newborn baby. All these other countries, it's not even about memory. They actually teach them why things are the way that it is.
Thought
even
process,
if it's the alphabet,
critical thinking,
numbers. Yeah. Plus, it's just memory. That's why when you study, what ends up happening usually when you study, more likely you're going to pass because you remember what you just studied the day before or hours before.
Well, because that's all they require from the test is like, do you remember what you were supposed to remember? It's not like, were you able to solve the problem? That was such a wake-up call I had in college to where, again, I mentioned earlier in the stream, I was the valedictorian in my high school, but there were legitimate, like, I got certain midterm, so middle of the semester, I got a 50% on a midterm exam that was worth 50% of my overall grade. I lost a quarter of my letter grade on one test because I got stuck. I got stuck on a problem.
Something like that happened to me before.
It's not like remembering like the concept. Like I understand the general concept, but the application of the concept is entirely different.
And you know the problem is too is that memory stuff worked at a certain point when it came to us in school. Like say your multiplication, your times tables, you know it off of memory. You don't even think about the logic behind it. You just memorize it, And then since then as we keep leveling up grade to grade, and just throughout life in general, it's all about memory and repetition. So
what's kind of interesting is how that relates to the Nano-tech in this series. Like all the characters don't know how to use it; they just use it.
Right, they just use it. Yo, Sanjay, God, like I don't think when's the last time you ever talked about an antagonist to this extent? Like genuinely. He makes me feel so many different emotions that I don't even know his full angle. I don't remember the last time I've seen that. Like, AOT as a whole had that feeling to it, but not really a character. Like, I think we understood every character's angle almost immediately, or at least when they finally revealed it, but not to this extent, I can't think of nobody else. It's like, what do you want? Why are you going so hard to this?
Stop it, Sherm.
Jump right in. Hell no.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with how not only, I'm going to list off a few things I'm impressed with. Not only is the transition from arc to arc almost flawless, which in this series, for the last 5 arcs, it has been. Not only do the adults in this series feel like adults, I never get that in other series. Not only are all of the characters considered like S tiers, all of these backstories are not only relevant, but they're painfully relevant. And again, the empathy or the sympathy that I feel for these characters, it feels real. It feels like when I'm watching Haikyuu, it feels like I'm experiencing the story with other viewers, the mangaka. It doesn't feel like I'm reading a story.
And it gets realer and realer. I mentioned it with Zuma. Like, it gets realer and it feels more real life and relatable. Like, to her situation, like, we know a lot of people go through that. Zuma's situation, like, just in terms of, being delinquent and, like, this tragedy happening with you and your family, becoming a delinquent, police officer helping you, trying to, like, that happens as well. And then we go back to Kenta, very relatable too. Like, I feel like a lot of people went through something similar to him. Of course, especially with the whole sports thing. Like, I think everybody at some point went through something similar or knew somebody that went through that. And then you keep going back. Yeah, Tatsu's different. So, like, how can you... I can't remember the last time I seen an antagonist that made it so personal with our cast of characters to make us feel this way. Like, and
I think it is directly related to memory as a theme, because like I said a couple of minutes ago, memory is who you are as a person. So
that is a theme in the series for sure.
When you take away someone's essence, it's not just a dastardly thing or an intelligent thing to do as an antagonist or a villain. It is literally taking a piece away from someone.
Whoa.
What you got?
Kind of just came up with a theory with Sanjay. So, this whole thing about bacteria and how it's like, it's almost like you're like rewriting the person, like, and becoming the person via this like all the cells itself, or yeah. So
alignment.
we're talking about the void, right? Think about his power. What if this is like void bacteria or something like that that latched onto a person? So his speech pattern, right? The way he talks so strangely, it's almost like he's forgetting how to speak. His speech is like fragmented. So like, what if this is like void bacteria or something coming out and attaching to somebody and taking over their body? So now this Sanjime person, Count Saint Germain, is like bacteria. Like he's becoming more and more this new being, and all of his like original being, whoever he was before, is starting to erode away, I guess, or get like overridden now. The speech thing is still weird to me.
As Toto said, "Cook, brother, cook." That was awesome. Void
There has to be a
bacteria.
link between the void and his ability, you know? Because it's all about the whole memory thing. Like, you don't remember the yokai anymore when they enter the void. And then it reminds us of this, like taking away people's memories or manipulating them. It's like, it can't just be a coincidence. There has to be some kind of connection to that. And he's using these people's resentment, or like just the negative energy from all these different characters, and using it against them too. His silhouette is literally avoided. It's black. It's blacked
figure.
out.
Yeah.
And it's like, it has like swirls on it, or like, you know, stuff, trails on it. So, I don't know.
I also had a crazy thought. It's not as I don't want to say grounded, but it's not as like intricate as yours. But I was thinking to myself, like, what if there's like an immortality yokai, or a contract with a god of a land is able to grant you immortality if you do something for them. So, linking it to the bacteria, or I should say, in our physical world, bacteria is, you know, of the physical world. Is there spiritual bacteria?
I mean, at this point, Tatsu, that's some shit I never heard of in my life. So I think Tatsu would do this thing again.
Well, because I was thinking, like, we always see the outlines of, like, the white of the souls. So, like,
Right.
What if the aura is related to, when we go to the nether region, that is the bacteria of an aura or of a soul. And when they kept saying, I'm going to connect it back here, so this might make it a little bit more believable. When the Kerr were saying this is a bountiful planet, or this is a good harvest, like, bacteria literally multiplies on such a timely scale that spiritual bacteria could then cultivate itself under the right conditions to create these amalgamations that we see in the nether region.
Your things or my things. That sounds like something bacteria would say if it could speak. You know, like entering the body, taking it over, or whatever living organism taking the shit over. So maybe that was supposed to be like symbolic of, like when we were talking about earlier, was the connection between the Kerr and him, just like a hive mind thing, or maybe, damn, that would be crazy though. If once again, very compelling antagonist. I mean, and I don't want to say this, but you know, Undead Unluck, there's things that didn't go how we wanted it to, but hey, this series already, it blew it out of the water for that particular thing. That specific.
I also enjoyed how, through this volume and more, obviously, we've kept Momo at her figurine size. That has not been resolved in one volume. That's a problem that Dodoria said, I don't know, we have to figure it out. But it is a complex problem. It's not going to be solved in just one volume. And I appreciate that. Again, Tatsu's taking his time with this. I like how the fact her spiritual powers are, you know, full size, let's just call it. But what was Sanjime planning? Because he was planning on stealing Okarun's power. He was planning on stealing Momo's power. has he got a bingo card of all these characters? Does he want to steal Gigi's power, Evil Eye's power?
Yep.
Like, I'm assuming so.
Right.
But to what extent? Is he... Like, the thing with All For One is he's stacked multiple amplification powers, but does he already have an Evil Eye under his possession through his katana?
Or she's one of those people that's like, I don't care about that. I don't need that. I don't care. Whatever. I want this, that. It'll be cool, but I don't care. I don't want it. But yeah, sure. Maseko says, I don't know, Panic ensues. Yes.
It's like when you get 0 results for a Google search, like, oh shit.
You know you tripping.
Oh no, what have I done? 0 results? That's terrible. Panic.
Seiko, what are you doing? What is...
And I don't understand what's going on with her.
Sanjay?
I didn't pick this up last stream when you said it, but thankfully I do watch our streams ourselves after the fact. I try to watch it before the next stream just to see if I picked up on anything. You mentioned the fact how she was the one to tell Okarun about the power of the spirals, and then in front of the Buddha face were the spirals. I was like, that is something I never thought of. Of course.
So you think she knows of the Dandadan? She goes through all these
100%. 100%. I think it's a clan of people that uphold the barrier so that we don't continuously get...
Wow. Even the people that's praying, they're wearing similar attire as she does exorcisms.
Ritualistic gear.
Like, yeah. Damn.
No, Sherm, I'm saying now that Sanjame's in the school. Like, he obviously is seeing multiple characters. Rin, Gigi, Okarun, Momo. Yes, Gigi wasn't by the cursed trunk, but I'm saying, like, right now Sanjame is in the school and he talked to them about the occult club.
All I gotta say is I'm glad we're getting aspects like this. It's been a minute. All these other ones that we've been like watching, everything that we've covered on this channel, there's always been like, we
don't have one.
They're cool, but then they
Freeman
just
doesn't have one.
Something about it just goes down. You know?
Vinland Saga, it's kind of like wherever we're at is the new antagonist.
It's so, I don't know, man. It's, you got MHA off one. Like, I don't care. Like, there's.
I was more invested in Shiggy's story anyway.
Yeah, and then you got Undead. What happened there? Go into it, and then you have like, it's just you see the same old.
Refreshing.
It really is. Like, when's the last time we keep saying Aizen because this is like Aizen. It's Aizen-esque, but even more, it feels personal. Aizen never really felt personal until like the only like personal emotions you got from it was what he was doing with Momo and then Itsugaya, that thing. But I didn't care after a while with Itsugaya. But like, it just like that's what we need, a personal. Like, we have to personally feel the emotions through these characters. Like, and main antagonist is supposed to do that. It's supposed to make your cast of characters go through something. Not just the main character. Like, I get the whole protagonist antagonist thing, but I much rather it just for more characters at once.
There's different styles. A lot of series, even our favorite series of all time, it's more so the world is the adversary as opposed to a particular being, entity, person. But yeah, this is one of the best that I've seen, especially recently, because I feel like a lot of series that we've consumed recently have primarily been the world is the problem. Not a singular thing that we can all point to and say, hey, we need to defeat that thing. And this is a whole conversation based off of the prediction that Sanjame is the final antagonist. If he's not, if he's just like a bishop on the chessboard, what could possibly be out in the universe that could be a bigger threat? Why is he doing what he's doing? Why is he assembling all the Infinity Stones on his? I mean, all of the katana inserts. I don't
He's
know.
like Vecna.
He's like what?
I say he's like Vecna from Stranger Things. He's like, oh, it is you, but there is a bigger body of stuff, supernatural stuff. But you are as of right now, you are the being.
I am merely a vessel.
It's like you are the vessel. Like you're a pretty good vessel, but and then just how with the cast and stuff, but half joke, half just simple in that. But like I like it's sickening because it's one of those things where remember what I was talking about with the Kirk. I was like, damn man, like I get this is probably just their nature, but damn, this feels so like
impersonal.
Yeah, so that's kind of how it, with him too. Like we think that he's what he was talking about with Okarun, that he is some kind of bacterial buildup of something. He's something that's not.
It seemed like such a random conversation to have. I enjoyed it again, but
what do you think? Why do you think he told him that?
Told him what?
Okarun like talk about the whole vibration thing, bacteria, human, 10%, that whole thing. Like why? Out of anything he could have possibly been talking about with him, why did he do it? Is that like a cry out for help? Is he somehow trying to channel something?
Possibly. I was thinking again, maybe he's had that same explanation to many people, but Okarun was the only one who listened because always he erases the memories. So It's like maybe he just uses that conversation and question to gauge different people's reactions or responses. So it's kind of like a survey question that's asked to everyone, and he's trying to figure out like what is the answer to that.
Wow.
I don't know if he has an answer to it himself, do you think? Or is that just he's trying to see where that person's headspace is?
It sounds like he's trying to see where that person's headspace is, Did you know something I thought about too? The fact that this series is about all these different species, phenomena, all this stuff. What is usually the lowest of the totem pole in terms of living organisms in real life?
Germs, bacteria,
Exactly.
bugs.
So what if that's like a play on that, where it's like the thing that's at the lowest, that you would think is at the lowest, is something that is trying to collect and
usurp
greater than
the
everything.
higher prongs
Wow.
on the evolutionary ladder.
That's kind of different. That's from going from zero, damn near zero, to like that's wild. If that's like his whole angle, that's kind of crazy.
Well, I know that this is a question that not all people would agree. So kind of similar to Sanjami's question. Would you consider bacteria found on another planet to be alien life or no?
Yeah, because it technically is. I gotta go with yes.
I would too, but I would also add in the technically. So technically, yes, it is alien life, but when we say like life or even like alien life, we normally mean like sentient beings, like bigger than you can see with the naked eye. Bacteria is still life, and that's likely what we started from if you believe in the theory of evolution. So you can't just disregard it as like, oh, it is what it is. But also, when I started thinking about bacteria again here, I was thinking, like, how did the yokai initially come into being? Was it a bacteria on maybe the aura of someone's soul that caused that to manifest after their death?
Yeah.
So we always come back to the regret of these humans. Is regret tangible in this universe? Is it something that the bacteria feed on? Is that their food source?
It's behavior. It has to do with behavior with the bacteria. So, and he said free will does not exist. Well, it's just the bacteria, the vibrations. It's like,
the vibrations. It's the vibrations.
I'm like, well, and that's why I said it kind of did remind me of like parasites, where it's like they change the behavior of a living organism when they just attach and take over without any thought. It's just the parasite just does it, and
just nature. It just does it.
That's fucking wild. So that's such an interesting concept. I don't think I've seen this anywhere else. personal. Bacteria is running shit. What's the story that bacteria is just running shit? Like, not on some like zombie stuff, but like sentient bacteria. What is that?
I do have one, but it's a spoiler. I can't really explain it without telling you like what it is. You've read this series. I've read this series. Townsy read the series. Sherm read the series.
Red? So manga?
Red. Because the anime adaptation was not good.
Oh,
for
not
a
good.
part of it.
Promise Neverland. Okay.
The tardigrades are like the
Exactly.
alien life form.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, that I just thought that was a cool little connection there to the Promised Neverland. Haven't talked about it for a
Something
while.
else that was like that? Nah, not really.
I mean, hallucinogenia, kind of.
Kinda.
It's more
Yeah,
parasitic than it is bacterial, but yeah.
Right. So, what the hell, dude?
What the hell, dude?
And then Turbo Granny.
Why the hell,
what
dude?
Did he do? Did he
And
do
Turbo
something?
Granny, she's off in the background doing, I don't know what she's doing in the background. She's got a mission. Is she working to, like, and she remembers Sanjime. That's the thing. That's the thing.
That's
I
why
don't know why I didn't.
Ride of bacteria. But I think he was the person that got over.
I think I previously speculated that the reason why she remembers him is because of the fact that she died and then her yokai had a reset form. Or he wasn't able to erase the memories of the spirit bacteria that were attached to her aura when she died, when she turned into a yokai. So that's when she regained her memories.
Hyper Geezer.
I knew there was something I was forgetting. Like that connection, like why or how does she remember him?
You know what? Especially, I'm about to read that chapter again. He was talking to Okarun, but like, he basically said like the person themselves has to align with the bacteria too. So whoever that person was, say Sanjime, whatever he was before, maybe he was somebody that liked to collect all that stuff is still consistent with him. He ends up going to this void or bacteria, and it's like a symbiote. Took over and it aligned.
Something connected with him.
Yeah. So, what if he was just a collector of just normal shit, not nothing too crazy? He's just, he's one, because his whole thing keeps saying he wants to know the mysteries of everything. He wants to know everything. So maybe he was somebody that genuinely wanted to know stuff, like a scientist.
I could see him being. I was just about to say. You took the words out of my mouth. He was a scientist that had a thirst for knowledge. Maybe he did bacterial research, and that was how, like a microbiologist or something like that. I don't know how long microbiologists have been in.
Maybe that was like his way to say, like maybe some sense of self is still in there, where he was like trying to tell Ken, like.
This could also explain why he talks out of like both sides of his mouth, or his speech pattern is disjointed. Bruh. He's talking and the bacteria is talking. It's the same body, but yet they might say like different things, or they might pick up on different things. He says weird shit because his cells aren't all vibrating in the same frequency or the same direction.
Right.
This series is so fun to think about, especially with this volume.
It really is. Man.
This was so fun.
End up catching up. And then, we're about to catch up. What is like the next big, there's going to be so many things week after week. I feel like at some point that's going to be like, we're here in present time with this.
On one hand, if I get the type of chapter like at the start of this volume where Koki was trying to find Momo, I would be so upset because there's nothing to talk about. And then I get a type like the bacteria chapter, it's like I can make that into a 3-hour stream for one chapter.
Right. The Ira thing, though, like,
Oh yeah,
You know,
haven't talked
Koki
about
has
that
her hair
yet.
different now, but I guess when she put bangs, maybe she'll be able to remember. Because she had bangs, I think, when she was a child. Yeah, she did. So she kind of pushed her hair back behind her ears right now. So I wonder if she's gonna like style it and change it up, and Iris gonna be like, "You look familiar.
I mean,
Who are you?"
I wouldn't put it past Japan to have like pianos in their high school or have like a talent show. Imagine there's like a talent show. Ira wants to do pirouette ballet, and then Koki's just on the piano, just playing her a really cool melody.
Oh wow, another in game stuff. If we, you know, everything's good. They can do a band. They can start a band, man. Come on,
This
Ira,
band would
Ren.
go platinum, triple platinum.
Please, let's do it. Damn, I'm excited.
I'm sure there's
Well,
more
not
stuff we could talk about, but I just
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm excited and scared though, man. It's like, it's gonna be so. We're definitely gonna explore more of her backstory. Why the hell does her mom and sister talk about her like that? Why does
That
everybody
was
look at her so weird and talk like?
I can't believe that they said that, and you were on the money. They knew she was there. They knew she walked in. They said
so
that
low.
because she was walking past them. Because
That's
they
so
knew she
low.
wouldn't say anything, do anything. How do you do that to a family member?
You know how crazy that is? Like, I mean, I know.
And for you
sorry
to
be
give
honest,
up
I'm
on
not
her,
either,
she
but
won
damn.
awards. Her room is full of them. You don't lose talent. So, did she stop playing? Did she have an injury? Did she lose the passion for it? Did she have like anxiety about it? Because the nurse was talking about like,
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
the anxiety. Like, does she have stage fright? Is that just her playing a piano by herself? Is that how she gets past her trauma? But all her pygmies are watching. But that's different because they always do what I tell them to do.
Didn't like the first or second chapter we read today, they were talking about like fairies, and they were saying something about people who are vulnerable, that they I forgot what they were talking about, but it said something about, it has to do with being vulnerable and then fairies. And
I don't remember vulnerable. I remember saying like they don't believe in them, so they don't look for them. Because they don't look for them, they don't see them. I'm sure you're right about that. I just don't remember the word vulnerable being used.
But like what? Like, like
And the
that's
problem
so
is,
strange.
all these questions that we're having, we are, what chapter we just read? We just read chapter 174.
Yeah.
We are 15 chapters away from being caught up. We're not getting answers in 15 questions about Sanchime. We are going to be in the dark, possibly for years, plural, before we get anything on him. If we're still in the crew assembly saga,
hopefully when anime comes back, because you know a lot of times anime and manga, they line up with something unique in both.
shout out Horikoshi.
Yes, he did that a lot. No,
guys, we appreciate you viewing. If you're still here, Sherm does not have exclusivity in the chat, even though we do appreciate all of his comments. Feel free to leave us a comment if there's anything you want us to talk about this volume. We're just about at the end here. We might talk about a few more things, but yeah, great experience tonight. As I said at the beginning of the stream, likely we'll be back next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the next 9 chapters. And then for the following 6 or 7 chapters, that will be the following Wednesday. So we'll be caught up next Wednesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern is when we're starting.
Yep, back to back. And we'll be with the rest of you guys.
Did you find it?
Yeah, it says fairies show up a lot in artwork that has mythological motifs. This says that people who are socially vulnerable are depicted as small, forgettable presences. So that could have been like a foreshadow to her character. And then with the pygmies, and that
Okay.
similarity there.
Socially
There's a lot of
vulnerable.
symbolism with her.
Yeah.
Lonely, anxiety, like small.
Oh my god, I just thought about it. Like, she would finally have a friend in Ira, and that would expand Ira's character if she remembers who she is. I was like, I always looked up to your piano playing or something like that. And like, she's like, I still have someone that wants to hear my music?
Shout out to Ira. She's an anchor beam. Back in
She is
that
too much.
now her. Like, seriously.
She is too much.
Wow.
Say you were staring at my bosom. I wasn't. Can you just say it anyway? I was? I knew it.
I love that. Her and Gigi have, like, they're both anchors of the group for different reasons. Like, they both, like, Gigi's is his energy in general. And Ira is, like, her leadership and just connections with people without even realizing it just happens. And damn.
Ira is such a great friend to have. I'm not going to talk about the love interest right here. But she's such a great friend to have because she is the type of, I'll tell it to your face how you need to hear it, not how you want to hear it type of thing. And then Gigi, he's so welcoming of everyone. This was the first time that I think he's really stood up to someone that was not an alien. Like, he...
Oh, yeah, that was a big moment, too. Yeah.
He personally was like, a woman I care about got hurt by her.
Yep.
And I won't let her get away with it.
That's literally a Ken type line, too, which is crazy. The way it was, his face, like, everything reminded me of Ken.
And what's great is Ken wasn't there for that scene. He was with Ira. It was just Momo, again, getting that intimate, one-on-one confession, not a confession type of thing.
Right. Damn. Oh, this series is so good. This is so good.
I'm loving this, guys. I will not understate that. This is something I think about in between stream. We last streamed this Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, like 40 hours ago. I've thought about it for like the waking 30 that I've been awake. Yeah, I don't have any more brain power to talk.
I just need Ludris.
Sure.
Ludris. Like
you know, Mr. Ludris?
Say so. Ludris.
I need you. Ludris. I need you, Ludris. Can you hear me? Huh.
Tell us.
He's watching. Huh.
Okay, this is my last thing. What is like this theorized group that we got going on with the Illuminati? And they have their own symbol, triangle, spiral, like
with the eye in it.
With the eye, it's like we didn't see that on the Dandadan thing panel. Like we didn't see any of that.
I don't.
So I wonder,
think
are you guys like a counter? Are you guys trying to go on just like a different route of like life and existence? Like, like is that are they like a counter to that? Because if that's the case, that's another thing we can get into.
I think it also depends on when they were created. If they were created before or after the Dandadan came into existence.
Like after, but we don't know.
I mean, if before, it could be an antagonistic group. Like, I don't want to put a barrier around the world. I want to have open borders.
Right.
Or it could be like, I don't think that the cost to put this... Like, we don't know if there was any sacrifices done to create the Dandadan. If the Dandadan is indeed, our spiritual shield around the planet, that... At least that's my initial, like... what the One Piece theory is about the Dandadan. I think it is currently the shield that is around the planet. But what did it take to put that there? Did it take like generational human sacrifice? Could that be related to Turbo Granny? Why she came into being?
Right.
I know she seemed antagonistic towards Count Saint Germain, but for what reason?
Right. Mm-hmm. I was laughing because one of the One Piece is the Dandadan, and it's a crossover between series. How did that happen? That means Oda It was the future because Tatsu was a kid. Yeah, a kid probably back then.
I was too early. It's your turn. All right, that is all I have, unless you have anything else.
Nah, I'm good.
All right, little cross promotion, guys. We have Haikyuu, another episode dropping tomorrow. If I'm on top of my stuff tonight and tomorrow morning, got more Haikyuu on Friday. Vante and I, on our own respective channels, will be dropping a video or a live stream potentially for One Piece on Thursday.
Oh, Fire Force.
Fire Force is coming this Friday. Friday. Oh my God. Coming this Friday. Vigilantes. The week after, I think.
Yeah,
or this Monday. Technically the week after. And guys, we will be starting up Chainsaw Man in what? You want to take a week off? So 2 weeks? Or do you want to just hop right into it?
Yeah, because do you want to make a video on it again? Like how you did Dandadan and
I might need a little time to make that, but yeah. I want to make kind of like a little trailer for Chainsaw Man. So I would say, let's see, today's the 1st. So non-April Fool's joke, probably about the 22nd. What's today? Tuesday? Yeah, probably the 22nd is the day we'll do a soft release for Chainsaw Man. But yeah, so we got Dandadan every Monday after next week. So Tuesday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be catching up fully with the series. And yeah, I don't know, like anything else in the immediate future I think we might be doing?
No, I think that's pretty much it. But stay tuned because there's a lot of stuff this year. Every season, there's about 5 different things that's going to be going on this channel, whether it's manga, anime related. So just stay tuned, guys. Road to 1K once again. We will be there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you will.
All right, guys. So as Vante likes to say, stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. We'll see you in the next video or stream. And peace.
Peace.